Maybe you just had a up. It was a little clumsy.
I believe it.
A little clumsy.
Just a little clumsy. Maybe.
Yeah, but if I was a woman, what else would I do?
Like Kimmy says she sung it too, but Patra sung it first.
Okay.
Who?
Pull up to my bumper.
Kimmy, I'm sorry, baby. Pull up to your bumper. Patra came out in the 90s. Pull up to your bumper is an 80s Studio 54 type song. You know what I'm saying? When they was all in the club doing coke and all that. Pull up to your bumper, baby. You know, I ain't, you know.
Pull up to my bumper. Grace Jones, the album Nightclubbing in 1981.
Okay.
You know? But I like the Patrick.
Khary's crib.
Talk about Spade real quick. Let's talk about Spade.
Here he go.
You know?
Here he go. Listen, if you ain't call it.
I called her for a renege.
No, he did.
I called her
tried.
a renege.
He tried.
And she tried to say the spade she played was wild, which means she could play it at any time.
But it was a big joker. Okay, wait a minute.
It was a big joker.
It was the jokers. I could play the jokers whenever the hell I want to.
Time out.
I can play the jokers whenever I want to.
If you have a heart, you can't play that joker unless you have 0 hearts.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that. But guess what? If you ain't calling when it happened, then it didn't happen.
I called it at the end of the game. That's the point. I knew exactly what book it was, and I pulled the exact book.
No,
Khary's
and that's
crib.
what the argument is.
You wake up and you're the opposite sex. What you doing? Y'all heard me swallow?
That's gonna be that's crazy. I'm probably
masturbating. I'm masturbating.
I'm a wonder though. Like, do I got some good?
Yo, and you gotta go test it out.
Yeah, that's the sad thing. Is like
now how about you, Tati? How about you, Tati? How about you wake up now you have a all of a sudden? What you doing?
I'm gonna do that little helicopter thing that y'all be doing. You know that? Because I want to know what that feel like.
That's
then
hard
I'm going
to
to
do.
get some vagina, raw vagina.
I'm gonna have to have some nice tits, a nice ass. You know what I'm saying?
And Beez want to be a bad.
I'm not gonna be just giving my up to any old button.
Khary's crib.
Jada and Will Smith have been going ridiculously crazy lately to where people have decided to create a change.org petition that said, please stop interviewing Will and Jada. Have either of y'all signed the petition yet?
I ain't signed it, but I thought it was funny.
I sign it. I'm sick of their ass.
I agree. We don't need to know all this.
All right, here we go. Check it out. Change.org. Stop interviewing Will and Jada Smith. 17,309 people have signed. I'm signing because of why am I signing? I'm signing because they are out of control.
Out of line.
They are out of line.
Out of pocket.
Out of line. Out of pocket. Out of control.
We tired of hearing about it.
Welcome to the dopest live stream that's something like a podcast, something like a newscast, and sometimes like a showcase. Khari's crib, Khari's crib, Khari's crib, Khari's crib.
Yo, it's another news day. I feel good, I'm on top like a kufe. Sipping my coffee, shaking my head for homies acting goofy. Guess they do it for the gram or the TikTok, so who's me? Welcome to the crib, let's kick it like Bruce Lee. Part intelligent, part ratchet, that's half Neil deGrasse and half Boosie. Listen, man. Real spit, now that's lit, homie, truthfully. If you in the Tampa area, you should be down like Bruce B. We treat the pod like sex, we start slow into full speed. You like the way we work it? 9 p.m. we going in, we podding perfect. Beez and Tati is my posse. No worries because I know my posse got me. Be careful, we might snap like paparazzi. But yo, let's start the show and get it lit like sipping hot Tati. What's good in 10 pretty people? Friday evening, my name is Khary. This is my crib. And I invite you into my home for another evening of the dopest live stream. That's something like a podcast, something like a newscast, and sometimes like a showcase. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you're not already. Share this with your peoples. That lets them know that you rock with us. And they can rock with us as well. We have a good show for you tonight. We're going to get into the highs and lows of 2021. What did we enjoy? What did we not? Tory Lanez had a hearing this week. We learned a little bit. We'll talk about it. Jim Jones and Freddie Gibbs wanted beef at Pride 112 in Miami, and they say Jim gotta cook it. What's your favorite holiday movies? And a bunch more. We gonna get into it. I'm joined by the homie Beez, Buddha tonight. He'll be tuning in late, and also the beautiful Tati.
Hey.
How everybody doing? That's good. What's up to all my house guests in the chat? I hope your week has been great. Phone lines are gonna be open, so let us know what's on your mind. Let us know your thoughts. 813-559-3339. What's up to all my house guests in the chat? How y'all doing over there? What's good with y'all? What's good with all of y'all? How you doing, Tati? I see you over there a little busy at the moment doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? Looking beautiful as usual. You know?
Thank you very much. I'm doing great. I'm finishing up some hair right now. How was your day? How you doing?
My day was pretty good. You know, worked. You know, was busy. I actually I'm in the technical field, so I actually was doing some technical work today. Launched some new shit that I was pretty proud of. You know, normally I would not launch something on a Friday because I'm worried something might happen, but I think we kind of made sure that the shit wouldn't break. So we should be good over the weekend. And I'm not the person on call, so I don't have to worry about something happening and I having to go address it immediately and shit like that. So, you know.
Period.
So I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
I feel that. That's good.
You know, but
Cool.
Say that one more time.
Can you hear me?
Now, yeah, I can hear you. It kind of went in and out. A little bit.
I said my day was good. It was a little slow, but it was good. You know, I had school today, so we were chilling.
You almost wrapped up with that, right?
Almost. I got about 4 days left, and I will finally be done. I'm so happy about it.
Got you. I'm over here looking in the chat. Somebody says, yo, bro got the best intros for the live show. Yo, I appreciate you thinking that. You know, I try, you know. I try to make this shit something different, something dope, you know? So, yeah.
Period.
Appreciate that. Let's see. Anything else happened with me this week? No, but this is going to be the final show of the year. You know, this is going to be the final show of the year. So, yeah, we're going to have fun tonight. We're going to get into a lot of stuff. We're going to talk about a lot of things. I'm actually just trying to update this thing over here real quick. But yeah, we're going to take about a month off. We'll be back in January, you know, with some hot shit, you know, some of that new hotness. Boom, there we go.
All right.
Mm.
Here we go.
There we go. I'm trying to figure out why you breaking up. If it's my service or what's going on.
Yeah, I'm not sure. You on Wi-Fi or not?
Nope.
Yeah, you might just be in the sticks or some shit like that. I don't know.
All right, now watch this.
Any plans for the weekend? Any plans for the weekend?
My weekend, I have school tomorrow.
What, a Saturday?
I have a ugly, yeah.
Mm.
I have an ugly sweater party that I was invited to. I might slide
You got
to
an ugly
that.
sweater?
I do.
Okay.
I pulled it out. It's not really ugly, but it just has like, some raunchy. No, it's not even raunchy. It says, what did it say? It say, ho, 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 fuck you.
If you didn't have the ugly sweater, you could always go the easy route and just like tape a mirror to your sweater. You know?
A mirror, to say whoever looking at it is ugly.
Yeah, pretty much. You know?
I might do that too.
And I'm on shot number 2, by the way. Shot number 2.
I'm so jealous.
What, did I'm on
So
shot number
jealous.
2? Then I'm on shot number 2?
Yeah. It's all right. I'm gonna give me a shot real soon.
Let's see. Let me see something. Oh shit. That's not supposed to be there.
What's your plans for the weekend?
I don't really have too much. Actually, I was invited to a party this weekend, you know? I was actually invited to 2 parties, though I think I only might go to 1. You know, I don't feel like driving the distance I got to drive to this one party. But the other party is like a get together for my peoples at Smoking Word and shit like that. You know, they have usually a Christmas get together, and they kind of invited me out this weekend, so I got that going on. But other than that, not too much this weekend.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch some TV. I heard about this new show, Section Something, on HBO Max that I heard was pretty good. It got like 100% on Rotten Tomatoes so far, and that's unheard of. So I'm gonna check that out this weekend.
What's it called?
What's that?
What's it called?
Let me see. I'm just HBO Max 100% Rotten Tomatoes. I meant. Damn it, that thing is broken.
Hey, everybody in the chat. I'm not looking at it, so I can't see. I feel like
I forget what the series is called. Success or Section some shit. 11 Section 11.
That's great, Khary. Tell us about a show you're gonna watch.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I'll figure out the show and I'll let you know what it's called. Somebody in the chat might know what the hell I'm talking about too.
Okay. So what we talking about tonight?
Tonight we're talking about a bunch of shit, you know. Station 11, that's the name of it. Station 11, not Section 11. Station 11. See, I knew it would have come to me. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it. Oh, and Beez is gonna be joining us late, by the way. Yeah, y'all probably realize I haven't heard his voice, and I think I might have mentioned it in the intro, but yeah, Beez is gonna be joining us a little bit late this evening. But fuck it, let's go ahead and jump right into it, Joe. Let's jump right into it, yo. Tory Lanez hearing. You know, Tory Lanez had a hearing this week for his shooting case against Megan Thee Stallion. And not much came out, but some things came out, you know. I think, oh my goodness. Some of the things that came out was Tory was a little upset at some of the things that the prosecution said. They said that Tory said, "Dance, bitch," as he fired the weapon. You know, Tory kind of made faces like that was some bullshit. I don't think Tory actually took the stand in this preliminary hearing, but this hearing was pretty much to see if they should go forward with the case, and they're going to go forward with the case because they feel they got good evidence. So this has been going on since the summer of 2020, if I'm not mistaken. It was leaving a Kardashian party or some shit. Some shit happened. They say shots went off. Megan said she got shot in the foot. not immediately to the public, but maybe like a couple of weeks later, she said it publicly, like, yo, that nigga shot me. But there was never no real details on what happened that evening. And for me, I need some details. I want to know what the hell is happening, you know? Not that I want to know, but if I'm going to say somebody's guilty, I need to hear some sort of story. And I've never actually heard a story other than hearsay.
Yeah, they are very. It's getting on my nerves that nobody's saying anything. I know they're doing it. I honestly feel like when it happened, no one said anything so they could get their story straight and shit. But I really honestly don't want to hear no more about it until y'all are gonna like release what happened. Because at this point, it's like I don't care about all these details that they throwing out here to get a reaction from us. I just really want to know what the hell happened.
Yeah.
I'm not saying nobody in the wrong until we know exactly what happened, because it was so many things that was said. I heard the best friend had gunpowder on her hand.
That is what an article I did read said that I think the defense said that she might have had gunpowder residue on her hand.
No, I think they actually tested her hand and found it on her hand. So it's like, if that's the truth, then like, and then there was another thing where they were saying that her and Meg was fighting in the back of the car. They had witnesses that saw them fighting in the back of the car. Mm-hmm. So it's like, all right, so what the hell happened? If y'all not gonna tell us what happened, I don't want to hear no more about it. Really?
Yeah, I agree. You know, I did hear that story as well, that something happened in the back seat with the friend as well. So they weren't friends after that evening anymore, from what the internets and shit says. And if that's true, I think that can say some things, you know. Without a story, I can't say anybody's guilty, or I can't say, okay, I'm canceling this person because of this, but I haven't heard no story. I can't form an opinion really on what happened that evening.
Yeah, I feel like they tried to cancel Tory when it first came out, and he was removed from songs and all types of shit. Mm-hmm. And it's like, now what if we find out that he had nothing to do with that? He didn't shoot her. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. What are y'all gonna do then? I'm not saying don't believe Meg, because I know one of the movements and stuff that's going on.
You're gonna get people mad. Women. You're gonna get people mad at you. Why you're not believing black women?
I know one of the movements that's going on right now is the you know, believe black women, but at the same, I'm not saying but you shouldn't believe black women. I'm just saying, like, if I feel like if I got shot, that's too tight. I feel like if I got shot, I'm coming out with it. I got shot. This the motherfucker that shot me. This is exactly what happened, et cetera, et cetera. I feel like, now, granted, maybe her team told her not to speak out about it, et cetera, but it's just like, y'all, it's just something weird. It's something weird about the story. Now, if we find out Meg shot herself or something, I'm be pissed off.
Ashanti over here in the chat says, they haven't been friends since then because it was a thing that Kelsey went live selling Megan out. So Kelsey went live that evening when shit popped off?
Yes, she did. I remember that. She went live and was talking shit about Meg. That's also a reason why they're not friends.
Oh, she was talking shit about Meg?
Yes.
Okay.
And then you remember Meg and Tory used to fuck around. So it's just like...
That. And there was jokes around that too. I said, I recall that, and there was jokes around that as well. Because of the height difference.
Like, what happened? I don't know. I just want to know what happened. Because it really doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. I think, I don't, it's confusing. It's very confusing.
It is. I agree with you. It is a little bit confusing. And
I don't even know what to say, because I feel like they're doing a lot. They dragging this out. It's been a whole year. Like, don't talk to us until y'all figure out what the hell happened. Let the justice system do what the fuck they do.
We will see if any actual facts come out, you know? And you know the old saying is there's three sides to a story.
And they say that
her version and the truth. So we'll see if the truth
and they say
out.
That they had witnesses that saw them fighting. So it's like, if those witnesses saw them fighting, then would they not have saw what happened too? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That shit don't make any sense.
Now,
Who the witnesses?
now, when you say the witnesses saw them fighting, who'd they see fighting? Tory and Meg or Meg and Kelsey?
Meg and Kelsey. They said they saw Meg and Kelsey
Meg
fighting.
and Kelsey was fighting.
In the car.
Interesting. Okay. And I always thought, okay, and this was my my fake lawyer. You know, I got a fake lawyer degree. I ordered it on eBay. I got a fake lawyer degree, and this was my fake lawyer degree thinking. It was like, yo, if you got out the car and was walking away and somebody shot at you, how did you see who was shooting at you?
Because you turned around right after your ass got shot. The gun didn't get passed to somebody else real quick like that.
No. Okay. A gun shooting, if your back is turned, the first thing that happens is, it's not, what the hell was that? It was, oh shit, and then you react.
I'm not saying that it's not, but I'm saying at some point she turned around.
Yes. But if two people are in the car, that's quick enough to go, bow, wascally wabbit, and then pull a gun. I shouldn't have said that. And
I wouldn't say, and she got shot in the foot. Like, if I wouldn't say that she don't know who shot her just because her back was turned.
Right.
I definitely believe she saw at some point who the hell shot her. Maybe it may not have been right there in that second, but I guarantee that it wasn't, oh, I shot Meg and then I passed the gun to this person within those couple seconds or minutes or whatever. No. I feel like she saw exactly who shot her, even though her back was turned when she got shot.
Ashanti over here is acting like she's on the fucking case herself. She says, but there was glass everywhere. And also there was no exit wound in her foot. So you're saying there was glass everywhere, like they shot through the glass.
Well, no, people were saying when Meg got shot, people were saying that at first it was a rumor that Meg got, it wasn't a gun wound. It was actually, she got cut from glass.
Oh, so the spot they stopped at just so happened to be a glassy area.
I don't know that. That's why I said it's a rumor. Right. People at first, when she first got shot, was saying that it was glass everywhere and she got cut by glass and thought that she got shot or some shit like that. Mm-hmm. But she's also had the hospital that she went to, they actually provided documentation of how she was shot. Mm-hmm. and actually put out, no, she was actually shot. So that's what kind of debunked that rumor. But she also, what was I going to say? Her foot. Oh, I was going to say, if she got shot, if there was, because she did show a picture of it, if there was truly, I don't know how true that part is, if there was no exit wound or no exit, for the bullet, mm-hmm. I really feel like maybe the bullet, like she got either grazed or the bullet like hit the ground first, and she got hit with like bullet fragments. Yeah, like maybe she wasn't shot head on, but she was shot. It was just right. It hit something else first.
And if that is the case, if it was bullet fragments, yes, you could say, yo, that motherfucker shot me, or somebody in that car shot me.
I feel like that's what it was, maybe. I feel like that's how she got shot. Mm-hmm. It was just fragments of the bullet that, hit her afterwards. But I don't believe that whole glass thing. Like, oh, it was glass everywhere. She got glass in her foot. Like, a bitch know when she got glass in her foot, and a bitch know when she got shot. Hold on, let me put some more.
Yes and no. I would say yes and no. I would say yes.
If you got glass in your foot only, where did you wouldn't have heard a gunshot, right?
No, I'm saying it's possible you heard the gunshot, you stepped on glass and mistaken it as a gunshot. But I'm not saying that's what happened. I just said, yeah, I can see how somebody could mistake cutting themselves on glass as a gunshot if they both happened at the same time.
I don't know, man. I just really wish that they would speak up.
Yeah.
Speak up.
Yeah. I just want to know a little bit of the story. I just want to, do I cancel the nigga or nah? Because, the nigga be dropping some decent music sometimes. Like this last album is good for like the first 15 minutes. And then you're like, you know what? I'm tired of the 80s.
Nah, I ain't listening to that album.
But that's me.
But
I played it yesterday.
I like Tory. Like, I really like Tory. I think he's creative. I think I fuck with Tory. I just feel like I don't like how y'all tried to cancel him before y'all knew what happened. Like, yeah, listen to black women, but at the same time, like it was so many discrepancies in the story. Like, y'all just can't go canceling motherfuckers before y'all know what happened.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, they treated him like they did the baby.
Right. I think people are using let me rephrase that. I think people at times use the believe black woman statement in the wrong context. I think. You know? I don't think they could just be a flat out, yo, believe somebody just because of this particular reason without knowing any of the facts.
I understand the concept, like, you know what I'm saying? Right. A woman says she got shot. Why would y'all not believe her when she says she got shot? You know? But as far as the, but as far as the whole, I don't know, like just cancel Tory, it's like, what the fuck happened to innocent to proven guilty?
If he did actually shoot her, I probably wouldn't fuck with him no more. Well, I know I wouldn't fuck with him no more.
I mean, of course, but we don't even fucking know. Nobody said anything, right? You know.
Which
if this was a situation where they immediately spoke out, like, yeah, cancel that nigga by all means. But none of them has said anything. None of them.
Right. And that's why
they all kept quiet.
And that's why I have yet to bring myself to making a judgment on this situation. A personal judgment. It's not like my judgment matters to anybody. I'm just saying my personal judgment for me in particular on why I haven't made a judgment on anybody's particular situation with that whole Tory and Meg shit, because I have nothing to make a judgment on other than hearsay.
That's how I feel. I feel like there's nothing to talk about until they say something. So I don't like wondering. I like to know. I want to know for sure.
You know,
because I my brain will make up so many different scenarios. I want to know for sure what happened. I don't want to guess. I don't want to leave room for imagination. Y'all tell us what happened, or y'all keep that court shit to y'all stuff. I don't want to hear no more about it.
So I'm over here looking in the chat. Ashanti says, yo, like, where the glass come from? You know, if somebody shot, they was in a pretty affluent neighborhood, so you really wouldn't find glass in the neighborhood like that on the regular. You know, so it might have come from the vehicle window. If there was glass out there, the vehicle's window might have been broke. Wayne Mills over here says they also can't find fragments of a bullet. That I don't know. I'm not sure about that.
I'm not sure about that because again, the hospital spoke out about it.
Yeah.
Like, because when the hospital spoke out, I was wondering, like, how is it that they didn't get in trouble for, you know, like HIPAA laws and shit like that? But I guess Meg authorized it. I'm not sure, but they definitely put out a statement saying that Meg was shot. Mm-hmm. She did have a bullet, or not. I don't want to go as far as saying she did have a bullet in her foot, but they definitely said that she was shot.
Okay. All right. Let's see. And Ashanti over here says, at this point, it's a publicity stunt till the truth comes out. I agree with you on that one. I definitely agree with you on that one.
Stupid ass publicity stunt. I just think this is so slow. And you know what? Meg, actually, my theory that I've been afraid of, because I fuck with Meg. I love Meg. Mm-hmm. But my theory, I feel like I will be very disappointed if it comes out, we find out that Meg has been doing some lame shit. Like, you know, because she fell out with her best friend.
What's what you mean,
and
lame
then
shit?
She fell out with her best friend. And then she fell out with, who was it? She fell out with like 2-3 different people all at the same time. She fell out with her best friend. And I think she fell out with like Asian Doll or somebody like that. Okay. And they were all saying like, oh, she ain't shit. Like, if we find out she been doing some lame shit, like, and by lame shit, I mean, like, anything. I mean, like, you know, she lying or anything like that. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be a little pissed off.
I'm about to take another shot. You hear that? That's the top coming off the Hennessy bottle. Now, so, okay, when you say lame shit, that's what you're talking about. I was thinking some other shit because I tell you what. I think Meg had like the crazy marketing in the beginning, you know? And let
What you mean
me tell
crazy
you why.
marketing?
Let me tell you why. I used to be on dating websites, right? I used to be on these dating websites, like trying to holler at women on dating sites, right? There was about 2 instances, and this was early in Meg's career, early in Megan Thee Stallion's career, right? It was like 2 women I recall meeting on these apps and having a conversation with them, right? And it's like every 3rd or 4th sentence would be like, "Oh, this reminds me of a Megan Thee Stallion song." And it's like she kept trying to tell me about Megan Thee Stallion, you know? And I'm like, yo, why does this girl keep telling me about this fucking rapper from Texas that I have no clue about? But she's letting me know she's from Texas. Her name is Megan Thee Stallion. She thinks she's dope as fuck, you know? And it didn't click at first, but now I'm like, you know what? Does this girl have women on dating apps trying to convince people to listen to new artists? To listen to her? Yeah.
Khary, that is a far ass reach.
Hey.
Because a girl that you were talking to on a dating site mentioned Meg was on Love and Hip Hop.
No, let me finish. It wasn't just a mention. It was like every conversation it was brought up, a Megan Thee Stallion. And this happened with 2 women I met on there. Only 2. It wasn't a whole lot, but 2 was enough for me to say, hey, could that actually be some type of marketing shit? Which would be a very genius way of doing some shit. You know?
Khary, that was a reach. Meg has had fans before she became like, when she was on Love Hop. First of all, Meg has been making music for a long time.
Right.
I want to say back early 2000, like I want to say like 2000, before 2010, she was making music. She was on Love and Hip Hop, and that's when she was trying to get her name out. I definitely don't think that it would help her to be asking bitches to go on fucking dating sites and let niggas know about Meg's music. I don't think just because you heard it from 2 people.
No, listen to me. I'm not saying she said, yo, it could be a campaign that a company pays for that figures out, hey, what's a good way to market? What's a good way to get new people? What's a good way to get out awareness? That would be an ingenious way of doing it, tell you the truth. You know, you just get a couple people from a bunch of different cities, pay them $10, $12 an hour just to go online and have conversations with people, and every now and then bring up this name. That's fucking genius. If I'm not saying that's what happened, but I actually thought about that after I actually started hearing about Meg Thee Stallion. Because prior to that conversation with those women, I didn't know who the hell Meg Thee Stallion was. You know? But when I started hearing actual music from her on the radio or videos or wherever the fuck it was playing, the name was already in my head. You know what I'm saying? Now,
I don't know.
I'm not saying it was some type of marketing shit, but that would be a pretty fucking good idea.
I don't know about all that. I don't see the correlation, but I hear what you're saying.
I do. Because marketing is like, people recognize names, you know? So you get people, you just put a name in somebody's head a couple of times, that name will be, they'll remember that name, you know? So now when they see that name in the future, they're like, you know what? I know that name. Why is that name familiar? I don't know, but I recognize it. Name recognition is key, you know?
I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm disagreeing with the whole dating thing and marketing. Like, again, like I said, Meg has been out for a little minute. She's had mixtape. She's been on Love and Hip Hop. I feel like if anything, the marketing was her being on Love and Hip Hop, saying her name over and over again, giving you a little sneak peek of her music and shit, because she was working with, what's his name, Rich Dollars and shit back then too. So I don't feel like when I say I don't see the correlation, I don't see the correlation between the marketing with the whole dating site thing. But I do agree with the whole, okay, her name has to be mentioned a few times for people to remember it, know who she is, she's fine, whatever. And I feel like that marketing more so came from her being doing mixtapes and also being on Love and Hip Hop. I feel like that's where that came from. I'm not, because when she came out with Big Old Freak, I personally remembered her from Love and Hip Hop. Like, oh shit, this is Meg. This is Meg from Love and Hip Hop. She finally like went mainstream. Like she finally made it. That's dope. That's how I remembered her. Not, I wouldn't say like, I'm not saying word of mouth don't help, but the dating app thing is a reach for me.
Why? Because it's a dating app?
Just because
it's another form of social media.
If somebody put me on to an artist I never heard of, right? So if I spoke to random people, if I'm let's say I'm at work and maybe 2 people said something to me about the same artist that I ain't never heard of before, I wouldn't say that I think that that's her marketing. No, I wouldn't say that, because I just feel like that's somebody putting me on to her music like we do everything else. I wouldn't say that's her way of marketing.
If it was at work, I wouldn't think of that. But if it was just 2 random chats that I had with 2 random women, and the only thing in common with them was like the age range, and then later on, I didn't think of it right then. I was just like, that's weird. I've never had somebody just want to talk about this fucking rapper before. You know, like a specific rapper. They would talk about music in general and talk about different artists. I never had somebody just only focus on one artist. So that's what made me think about it later, when I later heard her. And thinking about it, that's something that you can actually program. You can program AI to respond to shit, and you can talk to, like, there's plenty of times people have texted AIs and did not know it, you know? Like, AI is pretty good nowadays. But because she was kind of established, she had some money backing her, that actually makes me believe even more it could have been some shit like that. You know, because she had the financing to finance some shit like that. It didn't have to be, y'all my bitches, y'all go on these dating sites and holla at the. I don't think it was anything like that. I think it was some type of paid marketing thing.
I hear you.
You know, so I actually wrote it down. You know, to research online bots with like dating sites and shit, and yeah, because that's the thing. You know, AI has come a long fucking way. They use AI and all types of shit nowadays. And I should start.
Yeah, that's those damn bots that be on Instagram. They be on everything. I hate them damn bots on Instagram. They piss me off so bad on there. Constantly getting inboxes and group chats and shit like, hey, my name is Becky. I'm looking for and it's like, bro, get out my goddamn messages. Can y'all stop?
The bots are super funny. Right? I was scrolling on my Facebook the other day, right? And this dude said some I'm not even sure what the hell he was talking about, right? But he mentioned Dr. Sebi in his post, right? So he mentioned Dr. Sebi in his post. The bots went at his ass. This nigga had about 30 comments on his shit, right? 28 of them was bots. You know what they was talking about? How they got their herpes cured.
Yeah, they do that on Instagram. So like, you know, when I post my products and stuff, like I normally use the hashtags herbal goddess or home or herbal remedies and shit like that. Whenever I do that, here go the bots. As soon as I post the shit, I mean, I could post the shit right then, and 2 seconds later, it's a bot commenting a long ass paragraph. This such doctor helped cure my herpes and help cure this and give them a try. And it's like, bro, I feel like it's just certain topics that people program it to like respond to.
Yes.
Because it's just insane.
Yes.
It's insane. I be so sick of these damn bots.
The bots be out there. The bots be attacking. And the bots be knowing what the fuck you be talking about too. You know, or who you be talking about. And so, because did Dr. Sebi say something about curing herpes at some point?
Yeah.
Yep. And that's why those bots relate
And
that.
prove that he was able to cure it.
Yeah,
but I think what it is that people, I think that they program the bots to talk about
talk about what?
Controversial topics. See that if you talk about that, controversial topics.
Oh, yeah, they do that as well. They do that as well. The bots are out there. The bots are learning.
I think that's why they program it to that type of shit. Like, just, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's weird, but
yeah.
As far as Meg and them, I just really hope that I just really want them to tell us what happened or just leave us the hell out of it. That's how I feel. I don't want no more updates unless it's the actual story. Don't tell me nothing else.
We're gonna hear a lot of updates. We're gonna have to put the story together, I think, based off of the updates in the court and shit
right.
like that.
And you see people been playing Super Sleuth since last summer. You see Ashanti in the chat. She was like, nope, there was glass on the ground, and you know what I'm saying. It's like people been playing these games since last year, and now here we go again. Y'all about to take us into 2022 still playing Super Sleuth? I think the fuck not.
Super Sleuth. Well, Ashanti over here says, she said the Love and Hip Hop she was gonna be on was canceled before it can film, so nobody actually seen her on Love and Hip Hop.
No, she was definitely on Love and Hip Hop. She didn't have a permanent spot where she was on a bunch of episodes. She was on maybe 2 episodes and she was seen in New York. It wasn't in New York, or did they go to Texas or some shit? But it was on an episode where Richie Dollars was on it. She didn't I think she was definitely supposed to be on Love and Hip Hop, but she didn't have a permanent spot. But she made an appearance on like 2 episodes where they explained who she was, what kind of music she made, and she was working with Rich Dollars at the time. So that's how she ended up on the show. But I know she was supposed to be like, you know how they have like Stevie J and all these people, they have a permanent spot. She was supposed to be kind of like that, but like she said, I feel like it got something happened. But she definitely was on like 1 to 2 episodes, definitely for sure.
Only thing I see coming up for her is just her audition tapes.
Nah, there was a few episodes that she was on.
I don't see anything.
I think Rich Dollars. Oh, okay. That's fine. We can move on though. But I remember her being on there. But I don't know. I'm glad she became the artist that she did. I just really hope that this shit right here don't I don't know. I just hope we get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. But yeah, let's move it on. We'll move on to some other drama and shit. Jim Jones and Freddie Gibbs, they got beef. Did you know about this beef that they had?
I didn't know they had beef, but I heard that Freddie got punched in the face by Jim. I definitely heard that.
This is what I've heard as well. This happened out in Miami at Prime 112, which is a pretty expensive fucking restaurant, There was posts where people said, yo, Freddie Gibbs just got his ass whooped, but mind my business. That's what somebody posted. I'm not sure if there was actual footage of the scuffle, but the reports have said that Jim and his crew was at the restaurant eating. They had just got finished eating. They was about to leave the restaurant when Freddie Gibbs and his people came in and was about to eat. Jim and Freddie exchanged some words. One of Jim's people punched Freddie in the face. Jim then started whooping on Freddie. Freddie bodyguard tried to jump in and intervene. He got fucked up and stomped out from what I heard or what I've read. And and now I think Prime 112 says, yeah, Jim Jones can't come back.
You know what I will say though?
What's that?
I'm glad that like these older niggas is like
Still
carrying
scuffling.
on. Yeah,
And
like
acting like
you
young
don't
niggas?
see you. Yeah, you didn't see that ended in Freddie dying or Jim Jones and his crew dying because somebody pulled out a gun and started shooting.
Okay.
Nah,
You-
you
you're
finna
saying-
either get your ass beat or you know what I'm saying. I'm glad that niggas is still like, if you got a problem, you know what?
Okay,
You
I see what you're
fighting.
saying. You're saying you're glad that they're just keeping it at the fisticuffs and then not
Either you
taking
gonna
it
win
to
or
the
you gonna lose. That's just
bang-bangs.
that. But a nigga ain't gotta
Gotcha.
lose his life behind it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, niggas ain't gotta lose their life behind it.
Got you.
I
I
don't
agree
know.
with
I'm
you on
here
that as
for
well.
I'm here
I
for
agree
that.
with you as that as
But
well. You
now
know?
in the middle of a restaurant though, come on now.
Yeah, while niggas is eating, you know, nobody's expecting to fight. They're expecting. They're expecting you to act
A
respectful.
nice restaurant too.
An expensive restaurant. Yo, I'm paying $100 for a steak. I don't want to see a fight as well. You know what? That don't sound bad. A steak and a
Nah,
fight.
bro. Take that shit outside.
You know?
What happened is step outside.
Niggas,
What happened to
niggas
you
can
wanna
eat
take this
steaks.
outside?
Niggas can eat steaks and watch ass bounce. They can't eat steak and watch a fight. Maybe too bloody.
Dog,
Possibly too bloody.
if you're
Gotcha.
in a nice ass
Gotcha.
restaurant or something
Yeah.
like that, that's
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah, you're
If
right.
I go to
You know
Ruth Chris and you paying all this money, I don't
I
want to see
agree.
somebody scuffling in that bitch.
I agree with you.
No,
I
this
don't
is
want to.
ghetto.
I don't want to cut my medium rare steak or some shit like that. I don't eat a medium rare. I'm just saying it for a fact. My medium rare steak and shit like that, and it's like nice and red and meaty and shit. And then the nigga get his shit bust, and I'm about to take a bite, and the shit I'm about to bite look just like this nigga eye now. Yeah. I could sign a.
Or a nigga knocking your plate over while he getting his ass beat.
Yeah. See,
Nah.
in my head, I envisioned it was like an octagon, and them niggas was in the cage, and I was outside. That's kind of how I envisioned it. But yeah, you kind of made me envision it as like some
Yeah,
really
niggas
dirty,
get
grimy shit where
niggas
ain't
get
got a-
pulled into fights all the time.
if they ain't got an octagon.
You be sitting close to get punched in the face or something. That shit's just crazy. Hell no. This is ghetto. And as a customer, I want my money back. Okay.
You gonna ask for your
Actually,
money
I'm
back?
not paying for not even my money back because I ain't pay for it. I ain't paying for none of this shit. It is ghetto ass. You know what I'm saying?
You know
So maybe
what?
that's why they told him. You know
what?
You can even charge me after that.
I would not have thought to do that. I would have not thought to say, you know what? I did not come here for this ghetto ass shit. I could have stayed on my block. You know?
On God. Now, but you know what? Now, if we was in a place like, let's say we was in Golden Corral or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay,
Not
Golden
even-
Corral. I expect to see niggas fighting at the motherfucking food bar like, that's the last piece of chicken. You know?
Right. Let's say we was
expect that
in
at Golden Corral.
you know what? Even Mr. and Mrs. Krabs. I wouldn't even be surprised if niggas was scuffling with Mr. and Mrs. Krabs. But now,
Over
if I'm
what?
in
What would they be
a nice
scuffling
ass,
about over Mr. and Mrs.
it don't
Krabs?
matter over what. Niggas can come in with beef. It don't matter
Okay.
over
All
what.
right.
But I'm just
All right.
saying, like, in the restaurant,
All right.
I wouldn't, Mr. and Mrs. Krabs look ghetto too. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if I saw some shit like that. But now, if I'm in a place like I said, Ruth Chris or some shit like that, y'all got the game fucked up. I'm not paying for this shit, because what kind of shit y'all got going on in y'all establishment?
Hey, you know what? You know what? Let me put on my future. I'm
ghetto.
gonna put on my future glasses real quick. In the year 2022, I see Prime 112 implementing a dress code. No exceptions. Keep the rackets out, you know? Y'all niggas gotta wear jackets and
People out.
shoes now. You know?
Y'all niggas is not fighting in suits. Come on now.
Right? Because there was a video of actually Jim Jones and his crew making jokes over the food that Jim Jones ordered, which part of his meal included a glizzy. But there was video of him and his crew, and he was in there with like a white tee on and shit like that, you know? And I ain't nothing wrong with a white tee, you know? But it's like a place where you go spend $150 for steaks, and some people go there just for their anniversaries and shit like that, you know? So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. That's my 2022 prediction. Prime 112 is gonna implement a dress code. You know? Let's see. Shanti said they too damn old for that shit. All right. Where we at? Let's see. We got that. You over there? You driving over there, or did you freeze? I think Tati might have froze up on us over here. No, so I'm gonna give her a couple to come back because I was about to jump into some 2021 review shit. I don't want to review it by myself though. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta going in and out.
A nice place, like, and you dress like that. That's insane.
Yeah, you going in and out over there, Tati. Yo, Tati connection sounds drunk right now. What's that? Your connection sounds drunk right now. Yeah, I think her connection's trying to catch up with us. Yeah. What's that? Are you there? Can you hear me? I think her connection's still trying to catch up. Yeah, I think your connection was trying to catch up with us or some shit because you was like talking and shit, but it wasn't really making no sense. Cause like, yeah, I think you better now.
Okay, I was saying Ashanti said they too damn old for that, and I agree. Mm-hmm. But on the same hand, I feel I don't really know what happened. But you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it be like, and it can catch. Can you hear me?
I think your connection might have dropped and then.
Now you freezing on me.
Yeah, see, if I'm freezing on you, then your connection's fucking up, cause I'm wide in.
Damn.
I'm wide in.
Pass in this area right here.
Yeah, you and Tati was in a bad service area and shit. But yo, we do got the phone lines open, 813-559-3339. We do got the phone lines open. Y'all can call in and let us know your thoughts, especially on our next topic, which we're about to get into shortly. 2021. This was an interesting year. All right, I can hear you now. You're coming in good.
No, what I was saying was I get they are too damn old for that, but I also understand, the logic of like a nigga can really just catch these hands at any time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. But they definitely are too fucking old for that. How old are they? Like 40, 50 something?
Yeah. They about my age. And I tell you what, a motherfucker gotta do some real disrespectful shit for me to put hands on them, especially in an expensive restaurant,
Yeah, like, but do we know why they were fighting? Like, what it was some real disrespectful ass shit.
Freddie Gibbs says some shit about Jim Jones a while back. Jim Jones stepped to him, saying some shit, and Jim Jones' man was like, "Fuck that!" Boom, he punched the nigga in the face, and everything.
So it would. Okay, because I thought the little article I read said that Jim Jones punched him in the face.
Well,
so it wasn't even him; it was a member of his crew.
No, a member of his crew set it off, and then Jim Jones continued. That's what I read.
They still out here jumping people. Y'all some bullies.
Well, I tell you what. If
tag teaming niggas,
it probably was not a planned thing. I tell you what. If I'm talking to a dude that I got tension with, we got tension. If I'm trying to talk to this nigga, and one of my homeboys just decide to punch him in the face just off a GP, well, we already in it now. Ain't much I can do. Might as well fuck this nigga up like I wanted to, in case he says some dumb shit, because it was definitely in my mind. If this nigga says anything disrespectful to me, while I'm trying to calm the situation, I'm punching him in his mouth.
But now listen, at 40, 50 something, that's wild. Well, I would expect me and my cousins to be on some shit like that. Like if a bitch had my cousin, if y'all had Ashanti fucked up, listen.
Maturity.
If y'all had Ashanti.
Maturity has nothing to do with age. You know? As mature,
we know that for sure.
As mature as I think I am, if I'm talking to somebody to try to de-escalate something, they only have but so many smart ass fuck you remarks to say before I just punch them in the mouth. And that'll be just like, you know what? You done crossed, you've become a habitual line stepper in this quick moment right here. And now my temper has been lost. You know?
Well, that's why I said, like, at 40, 50 something years old, I feel like that threshold should be a little bit, especially when you got shit to lose.
For most people.
Like, especially when you have things to lose, I feel like that threshold should be a little bit, you know, you should have a little bit more patience. Now, but like I was saying, at the same time,
his man set it off.
Like, at the same time, if you had, let's say me and my cousins is out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say somebody had my cousin Sean fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody had my cousin Sean fucked up. And I'm sitting there listening.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds like some bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And I swing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel like that's how it's supposed to go though. Right. But I just feel like at 40 something, if it was the same situation with me and my cousin, the response would be, bitch, let's go. Don't nobody have time for this. You got shit to lose. You don't need to go to jail today. You know what I'm saying? This is my favorite restaurant. I'm trying to come back. Whatever. I don't know.
And that's why maturity is such an important thing, because everybody's maturity level is very different. So just like me and one of my homeboys could have come up through the same shit, but I know my homeboys that are immature and I know the ones that are mature, you know? So I know the homeboys I'm with that will snap over some bullshit, you know? And now we're getting into a fight and getting into some beef over some shit because the nigga just wanted to fight, you know? In my adult life, I had a friend call me one time and said, yo, Khary, come through. We got beef. I was on vacation with my kids at the time, you know? And this is adult. But just because niggas is old don't mean niggas is making right decisions. There's a lot of old niggas in jail just because they didn't make the right decisions. You know? That went to jail when they was old too, because they didn't make the right decision. Fucked up.
Yeah, I can't lie and say that I don't understand the situation though, because I really do feel like, you know, sometimes I don't even know when I'm about to snap. Like, it just happens. You like, all right. In the moment, you just had enough. So I can understand.
Yeah, I know.
And honestly, when you got beef with somebody, that person really only has one time to fucking try you. You really only got one time to come out your neck crazy.
Yep. Like, especially, this is Jim Jones Peoples, right? There was probably a point in time when Jim was probably talking shit like, yo, I see this nigga, I'm gonna punch him in the fucking face, yo. You know? There was probably those type of conversations, joking around, this and that. One of his mans remembered that conversation. It was like, nah, nigga, ain't no talking.
I can't say that I'm too mad at it.
Yeah, you said you're not too mad at it?
Yeah, I said I can't. My bad. I can't really say that I'm too mad at it. Like, it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nigga shouldn't have been running his mouth.
You know? He probably feel he's good though.
But you know what? God darn it. Let me take this out. All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I feel like I don't know. I feel like one thing that I used to say about men is like I respect the fact that like when men fight, somewhere down the line, it don't always have to be beef. Like you see men like they'll fight and shit, and then they don't have to be homeboys, but most times they'll still be cordial afterwards.
Right.
Now women fight, it be like, bitch, we got beef forever. Forever. Period. Unless y'all, I don't know.
Forever beef?
I don't see myself being, it don't even have to be forever beef, but it's just like forever I'm not fucking with you. Like, you know?
Okay.
It don't have to be like, oh, I can't stand this bitch just on sight, but it'll be like, we can't ever be friends. We can't be friends. We ain't gotta hate each other. We ain't gotta have no beef. We ain't gotta fight again, but we can't be friends. No.
So kind of like that Cardi B meme.
We gotta be forever.
Forever.
Period. There's this girl I fought when I was young. Fought this girl about 5 times.
5 times?
5 times. She seen me, and we were young. This was like middle school, high school. Like, fought this girl like 5 times. I saw her, I think she followed me on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And then one day I actually saw her like at the mall. And she like looked like she wanted to speak to me.
Oh, it's supposed to go down at the mall.
She looked like she wanted to speak. And you know what the situation was? We fought so many times because
going down.
We fought so many times because
was it over a boy?
No. Hell no. We fought so many times I don't fight over men. But we fought so many times because when we were younger, my mama told me, you better not ever lose a fight. Mm-hmm. And if you lose a fight, I'm going to beat your ass when you get home.
Did you lose a fight?
Hell no.
So why y'all kept fighting?
Because her mama told her the same thing. She got her ass kept beating her ass. So now you gotta fight me every time you see me until you win. There was a time that I don't want to say that, but there was a time that we fought and our moms was there. I remember this, we was fighting at the skating ring. Got banned from the skating ring. Was there. Damn. Your mama watch you get your ass beat. And so that's how that becomes one of those it's on site situations. Like that's one of those situations where it's like, all right, I don't give a fuck where I see you at, but you gotta be ready. If I see you, I don't care where I see you at, but it's like, all right, put your shit down because you already know what it is. You know? But
that's some
fought that girl so many
shit.
Times.
That's some ratchet
and
shit.
Saw her as an adult. Mm-hmm. Now, granted, I don't feel no type of way towards her at all. That was young. We were young as hell. I don't hate the girl. Don't feel no type of way towards her. Don't even care for the situation. But guess what?
What's that?
We could never be friends.
Can never be friends?
If she wanted to be friends with me right now, it's a no for me, dog. And it's not that I'm harboring anything, because literally I feel nothing, but like I don't want to be friends with somebody I done fought 5 times. No, I'm good on that.
Really?
Would you want to be friends with somebody you fought that many times?
If it was just children and now we're adults.
No, I don't want to be friends.
And we had a conversation about it. We had a conversation about it.
She said hey to me. I said, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We could be cordial. We don't have to be friends.
Now, it would take, well, see, y'all fought because y'all mamas wanted y'all to fight. You know?
No, we fought initially. And you know what's crazy? We actually used to be friends. We actually were friends at one point. I don't even remember what happened, but we were friends at one point, and then we fought. And then it was one of those situations where it's like, all right, now it's on site because my mama told me I got to beat your ass.
Now, there was a dude I had beef with back in the days. We fought multiple times, you know? But this was we fought multiple times under the age of 18, and I whipped his ass all the time, you know? And in adult life, I bumped into him. And this nigga was like, yo, Khary, what's good? What's going on? Like we was cool back in the days and shit like that, you know?
Hell no.
And I was like, yo, what's good? I was a little puzzled and perplexed about it because I expected him to not say nothing. You know? Like, I wasn't going to say nothing. You know? But the nigga was like, yo, Khary, what's going on? Yo, how's it going, man? Good to see you. Blah, 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 blah. You know, but this is, niggas grew up. Niggas was adults. Maybe he was sincere. Maybe the nigga was still salty and was trying to think of ways to try to set me up or some shit like that.
I don't even think it's that.
You know?
I feel like people get over things. And like I said, I got over it. I just don't care to really be cool. Like, you know, friends like that. We could definitely be cordial. There's never been a situation where I haven't been able to like at least say, hey, what's up to somebody, you know? Like it's pressure like that. No, it ain't that. It's just I don't want to be your friend. Not I don't want to be your friend. I don't really care to be your friend. We be cordial. It ain't gotta be, oh, you know, I probably wouldn't have said nothing either just because I'm just not gonna say nothing. But when they spoke, of course I'm gonna speak back. I ain't gonna be on some, oh bitch, I'm not talking to you because you remember we fought in 6th grade, 7th grade, you know? It's not that. It's just like I just don't really care to be friends with somebody I fought.
I'm cool with a bunch of people I fought.
Unless they family, that's different.
I'm cool with a bunch of people I fought. But
that's why I said I feel like men are different. Yeah. That's why I was saying men are different than women. Women is just like, nah, that ain't happening. Men, I used to respect the fact that men could fight. They be fighting their homeboys and shit, like be dead ass fighting. And they still homeboys at the end of the day. I respect that. Women, it be like, nah, bitch, I ain't fucking with you.
And that's why women are more petty than men.
No, that ain't true.
Yes, it is.
That is not true.
That is why.
Niggas is petty as hell. Wait a minute. Men are petty as hell. You can
never ever be friends with a person you fought just off a GP versus a man that can fight a dude and then later be cool with them and play Madden with them. But you're saying men are more petty.
That don't mean that women are more petty just because in that situation I just wouldn't fuck with that person.
Yes, it does.
There's so many other ways men can be petty. But okay. I wish I could see the chat, but I don't have my other phone with me.
Let's see what we got over here. All right. Let's see where we at. But I don't know. We'll move on now. We'll move on. Let's move on into 2021. What do you think about this year that's about to end?
What do I think about this year? I don't think that this year, for me personally, I don't think that this year, personally for me, has been as hard as last year was, 2020. I think this year was full of random shit, really. I feel like this was a random ass year. Like, it was a lot of, what do I say? I don't know. It was just a lot of random shit. I can't even, my memory is a little bad, so I can't remember like everything that happened in 2021, but I really just feel like it was a whole lot of it was just everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, 2021 for me was a long, quick year. You know? Like, the year kind of seemed like it was long, but it kind of went by really fucking quick because we're already in December. I feel like it just fucking started, you know? But a lot of shit happened this year. A lot of things happened. Some things funny, some things tragic, you know? Some things bright, some things dark. We had some ups, we had some downs, lefts and rights, all over the place this year was, you know?
You know what? I lied. There's been some stuff that happened that was a little tough for me this year. I feel like you know what? I said that wrong. 2020 was, I feel like 2020 wasn't as tough. I feel like this year emotionally has been tough. I feel like it's been random things that's been happening throughout the year that's been going on.
Okay.
Like publicly. I feel like it's just been random things going on. Lots of deaths. You know, I know we have lots of deaths every year, but I feel like this year it's just been it's been crazy. Like the amount of people we even had to even talk about, you know, passing is crazy. I feel like the economy has been crazy. I feel like between, you know, the president's what am I trying to say? Between Trump and Biden, there's been a lot. Between, you know, just economically, all of the money going out, all of the, you know, I just feel like it's been a lot going on. Like it's just been random ass stuff happening. I don't know, this year, I don't know. What you think?
This year for me was another interesting year. It made me not realize, but it kind of reiterated to me how unsure some things can be, you know? Like I had a bunch of craziness happen earlier in the year, car accident, opportunity, situation, all kind of like fuck up on the same day and shit like that, you know? Like right there, everything just happens all at one time and shit goes crazy and shit like that, you know? And kind of see shit kind of come together over time, you know? A lot of ups and downs this year, you know? This show, we spoke about a lot of different topics this year. You know, this year we probably, you know what, let me actually pull something up so I can actually look at just like a, not even an exact number, but just like an estimate, just an estimate of the amount of different topics and things we spoke about this year. I'm over here just scrolling on this Google sheet where I kind of have like a bunch of the timestamps, and I haven't even timestamped every episode, but just this scrolling, this year we spoke about over 1,000 different topics this year, down 1,000 different items and shit like that. Some things was repeated, like Tory Lanez and verses and shit like that, but we spoke about a bunch of different verses battles. You know, we spoke about a lot of stuff. We said rest in peace way too many times, more times than I would have wanted to do this year. You know, hopefully next year I'll say it less. I'm not even gonna keep count and keep track because I think that's some morbid shit to do. That's not a record or a stat I want to keep. You know, the amount of times I say rest in peace. You know, but this year we said rest in peace to Cicely Tyson, Shock G, Biz Markie, Paul Mooney, DMX, Michael K. Williams, Suzanne Douglas, Clarence Williams III, Chucky Thompson, AJ Johnson, Young Dolph, Malika Shabazz, Melvin Van Peebles, you know, Greg Leaks, Dustin Diamond, Screech, you know, just to name a few, you know? And today even, I gotta say rest in peace again, you know, to Leonard Hubbard. For those not familiar with the name or don't know the name off the top of your head and know who Leonard Hubbard is, if you're a fan of the Roots, you know who Leonard Hubbard is. You know, he was an early founder of the incredible Roots band. You know, he was the bassist, the guitarist, you know. He's the one that played the bass, that had the hoodie on, that had the chew stick in his mouth, playing the bass. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? Live, doing his thing. He passed away recently, this week actually. He was battling, he had a battle with cancer since 2007, you know? And unfortunately, he lost his battle this week. And hopefully this is the last time I need to say rest in peace this year, which, because this is the last show of the year, this will be the last time I say rest in peace on the show this year. We got Beez Boo to get ready to check in.
But yeah, this was a tough year, a long year with the rest in pieces with people that have passed away, and said it way too many times. I hope I don't say it as many times next year. And I know I didn't even say everybody's name who I mentioned this year, So that's one of the things that happened this year, We saw a lot more of the versus battles this year. The versus battles started last year during the pandemic, when the pandemic was like at its height. Everybody was indoors. Nobody was outside. The pandemic kind of influenced versus, And this year, versus started doing its thing. They got picked up by Triller. Versus got picked up by Triller and started showing the verses on Triller as well as Instagram. And they started making it more of a production. People were getting paid for it now. I believe when Swizz and Timbaland first mentioned that they sold to Triller, or not sold, but a percentage was bought by Triller, but they still own a stake in it, or have some type of interest in it. But they also split some of the equity with some of the people that helped build up Versus, which I thought was dope. And this year we saw quite a few verses, which was pretty entertaining, like Bow Wow versus Soulja Boy, Swizz Beatz versus Timbaland, Eve versus Trina, Bobby Brown versus Keith Sweat, which was pretty entertaining, The Lox versus Dipset, which was also entertaining like a motherfucker. Jada killed that one. Fat Joe versus Ja Rule, Stephanie Mills versus Shaka Khan, Bones versus 3-6 Mafia. That was a real fun one, in my opinion. That was one of my favorite ones, So I thought that was fun. I thought that was interesting as well. That's one of the highlights for me, is versus.
Yeah, I think that COVID brought a lot of grief, but it did really, like, I don't know. I feel like there was a shift. Like, I feel like COVID brought a lot of grief, but it brought some things that, some good things too.
It brought grief. It brought a lot of creativity as well.
I feel like there was some, I don't know. I feel like COVID spiked entrepreneurship.
I think it did a number of things.
COVID like brought us things like verses that we didn't even know that we needed. COVID, I don't know. COVID brought a lot of grief, deaths, and just being uncomfortable, not being able to live how we used to live. We've been in a pandemic for damn near going on 3 years?
Going on 2 years. Going on 2 years. We started the beginning of 2020.
Okay, going on 2 years. Like, we've been in a pandemic, like, going on 2 years. I don't know. It's changed the way that we live. It changed the way that we interact with each other. But again, things like that. Like, I'm really proud of the entrepreneurship that it kind of highlighted, because I feel like a lot of a lot of us was already entrepreneurs, but I love the spike that it brought in. Like, okay, jobs closed down. What are we going to do? You get what I'm saying? How are people going to make money? Now you see people doing the whole wholesale, but then you see that people got hit with there's slow shipment from China. So that slowed everything down. And people still found a way around that. You see service providers, barbers and stuff like that. Like, all of a sudden they had to close down. They had to figure out what to do. It was scary, most definitely, but I feel like it definitely taught people hustle. Like, this is a possibility that things will change. Like, what you gonna do in this situation? Just like when the government shut down. You know what I'm saying? Things where I just feel like it brought about just different ways of thinking and different ways of going about things, really, I think.
Got you. I think personally that the pandemic and things being shut down, people being home, people being paid to be home,
gave people the cushion to be creative. You know, I think a lot of the things that stop creativity is not being able to focus on being creative. You know, it'd be the day jobs, it'd be shit like that, the responsibilities of life that keeps people from being creative. And I think the pandemic actually let people forget about some of the stresses of life and be able to start being creative. They started coming up with creative ways to now make money, make incomes, you know, do different things, try different things, venture out and do things they always wanted to do, but they didn't have the time to do it because they didn't have the finances to do it while they sat and did nothing, which I think the pandemic kind of assisted a lot of people in doing.
Yeah. One thing that I'm glad that the pandemic brought was homeschooling. I feel like when I had my baby, one of the things that I was afraid of was her going to school and something happening to her. You know, even daycare, like her going to daycare and being mistreated or something like that. That's probably one of my biggest fears. And right around the time when I was pregnant, that's when the school shootings kind of started. And I was terrified. Like, I'm about to bring a baby into this world, and at some point she's gonna have to go to school, you know. So I had made up my mind. I'm like, my baby's gonna be homeschooled. I'm not, if she's not safe at school, she's not safe nowhere. Like, my baby's gonna be homeschooled, right? When I said that, I remember my family like, Tatiana, what is wrong with you? She is not going to be homeschooled. This is crazy. How are you going to homeschool her, et cetera, et cetera? But now the pandemic hit, right? And y'all, not we, because my baby was, you know, she's still daycare age, but the country had to homeschool. Zoom schooling, and, you know, all types of stuff. So now there's more of it's not so much of why would you want to homeschool her? How is she going to be around other kids her age? You know, it's not all of that scrutiny. It's more like, now it's more accepted. Like, okay, I don't blame you for homeschooling. So I'm glad that it brought that type of thinking too. Like, you know,
as much as I agree with you that it did bring that thinking that people are like, you know, homeschool is cool. The idea of homeschool now is different from the idea of homeschool I think you had with,
what do you mean?
with your daughter. I think when you was talking about homeschooling before homeschooling became the norm now, it wasn't necessarily over Zoom. I think it was more of you doing the homeschooling.
Yeah.
Right?
So the what I saw was her doing what Florida virtual, having tutors, you know, stuff like that. Which I agree. I feel like, you know, homeschooling now, but I'm just saying the idea of her not going to school in general is more accepted now. I guess that's what I mean versus homeschooling. Because I definitely agree. I feel like Zoom schooling isn't really homeschooling. And parents was having an issue with that shit too. They were like, how are all these assignments due? And, you know.
But that is how a lot of people look at homeschooling now. They look at it as, oh, there's a teacher teaching them that's not me. You know, where prior to the pandemic, homeschooling was the parent doing the majority of the teaching. That's what homeschooling was prior. But in Florida, there is a Florida virtual school system that existed prior to the pandemic, to where you actually could choose to school your child at home or school your child having to go to public school.
You can do both. That's what I did.
They actually have a virtual school system in Florida. I actually have a friend that had her daughter in that virtual school system. They actually shipped her textbooks. You know, there was like some type of portal that they would log into a couple of times a week, would actually had an instructor, but a lot of the stuff they did on their own with the parent at home and shit like that. They also had like, and this is if you wanted to do it with the school system, along with the school system. They had something to where the kids that was in virtual school actually like would meet up at like
a YMCA or a park or something like that and actually have outdoor activities a couple of times a week. So they would actually be interacting with other kids. But this is prior to the pandemic.
Yeah.
So,
They have Florida Virtual. That's something I took advantage of when I was in school. I actually was able to had the opportunity to graduate early because I did classes while in school and then also over the summer. But I feel like I
okay.
definitely, I mean, I just appreciate the fact that it's more open. Like people are more open to it. Not that I really care, you know what I'm saying? My baby's gonna be homeschooled regardless, but
Mhm.
I'm just grateful that, I feel like also the
Now-
pandemic brought forth parents feeling like, okay, I'm not sending my kid back to school. You
Mhm.
know,
Did-
there's shootings, there's COVID, like I'm not comfortable with that. Like
Right.
I'm cool. I feel like COVID has really like done a number on us, and it's also brought forth like just I don't know, a new wave, I guess.
Yep.
In several different ways, I think.
Yeah. I think the pandemic helped people view homeschooling as an education, not a subpar education. You know, where people used to look at homeschooling as you're not learning as much homeschool as you would in actual school. I think it's different now. I think that's one of the things that contributed. So I thought that was pretty good with the whole pandemic in 2021. What else do I got over here in this list? Uh, 2021 also brought us some new type of boxing. We got to see YouTubers box a lot more.
That's terrible.
But you know what 2021 also brought us?
What?
More challenges, like the crate challenge. I think that was one of the highlights of 2021, the crate challenge, in my opinion.
2021 brought about a lot of stupid ass shit on social
Yeah.
media because y'all ain't have nothing better to do with y'all lives
Yeah.
but to be standing on some damn milk crates,
Yes.
breaking y'all bones.
Yes.
When y'all knew y'all was too damn old for that shit.
These niggas was cracking they backs on crates. But my biggest question is, where the fuck were all these milk crates coming from in 2021?
Milk crates were always accessible, but once y'all start, just like everything else, once y'all take a liking to it, now there's an abundance, which is crazy because there's an abundance of milk crates for some damn challenges, but when we have a hurricane coming and shit, there is not an abundance of toilet paper and shit.
That's what I'm saying.
We ran out of sand. I don't want to say the government, my bad. People started making their own damn sanitizer. It wasn't even strong enough to kill germs. The shit smelled like tequila.
I tell you what. Tequila hand sanitizer.
It really smelled. I have some hand sanitizer that smell like tequila.
Oh shit. Did you take a sip?
We ran out of Lysol.
Did you take a sip?
Hell no. I'm not these new generation kids drinking sanitizer to get drunk.
See,
I'm about to roll my own blunt.
Not a tequila flavored hand sanitizer made me lose track what I was about to say. What the fuck was I about? I was about to say something. So you made me lose track about
the pandemic brought y'all
the crates. So I used to be a DJ, right? And when I was DJing, it was very fucking hard to find crates at some point because they realized, hey, these DJs keep taking the crates. We can fucking sell these shits for records. So now in 2021, where the fuck all these crates come from? Were they buying crates or were they finding these milk crates somewhere? Because there was a point where motherfuckers said, you know what? We keeping our milk crates and recycling these motherfuckers. So I want to know, were people buying these crates for people to climb up?
Yes, because you saw they were on sale at Walmart at one point.
Hey, the crates they sell at Walmart aren't as strong as the milk crates from back in the days.
Not at all. They just wanted to get some shit in front of y'all to get y'all doing these crates.
So that's why y'all niggas
Crate
is
challenges.
wobbling.
But I feel like the pandemic
Niggas on the
also
crates
brought
like this,
y'all
breaking their
like
backs.
it also introduced y'all everybody learning to do dances and shit on TikTok.
I'm so
Like
sick of y'all
I've
dancing
never
ass niggas.
seen so many people doing dance routines. It's crazy. Now everybody is a dancer. Now everybody is an influencer. Everybody is a rapper. You know, I'm not mad at it. Be creative, but
I'm mad at
feel
it.
like-
I'm mad. I
feel
think
like
if you're
not
over 32, you should not be dancing on social media. If it's not your profession.
I don't know about all that because some of the videos be dope, but I think sometimes y'all
Nah,
over. I
the
think
niggas that be over 32 do not be dope. Them shits just be like, you just an old nigga dancing.
not even because I've seen an old nigga dancing on TikTok and it looked pretty cool. He was
Every-
doing his thing. And
every
he was
nigga-
he was a pastor, okay?
I think you talking about the nigga that be thinking he fresh all the time?
You sound like a hater.
No.
Khary. Look at your face.
That
You
nigga look
sound
like an
a
old
hater.
nigga that should not be dancing online.
You
I
sound
know
like
exactly
a hater,
who
but
you
his
talking
videos
about.
look dope though. He doing his thing.
No.
He can dance.
No, he's not doing his thing. No, nigga, you're too old to be dancing online.
You a
I don't
hater.
care how good you think you are.
You
You're
a
a
hater.
pastor, not a fucking dancer. Stop dancing on social media. That's my opinion. I think once you hit a certain age, if it's not your motherfucking job, stop doing dances as young niggas. Niggas over here. I don't even know how to do that fucking dance, but yeah, certain things. Yeah. Nigga doing routines with his wife, jumping and stepping into new outfits. Nigga, you a 60-year-old pastor.
hater.
I ain't a hater.
It
There's
just
some
sounds like
things-
you can't do it, and now you hating
No,
on
I could do it better than
him.
any of these niggas. I'm just not, because I'm of a certain age, and once you're of a certain age, you should not be making social media.
Anyway,
videos.
that old ass man was
should not
fresh
be
as
trying-
hell.
We go viral with
He
dances.
was fresh as hell to be a pastor. He actually, if you looked at his story, he actually used to be hooked on drugs. He became a pastor.
Look like it.
And you're a hater, bro. This
No, I'm
man
being
be
realistic.
killing it.
It's being realistic is not hating.
He do the TikTok dances just as good as the young people do.
And if you're 60,
so I
you
don't
should not be
agree
doing
with the
TikTok
35.
dances.
I don't agree with the whole 35-year-old thing. I feel like some people look like goofies doing these TikTok
In
dances.
my opinion,
But I feel like some of
he
them look
like
good.
goofy.
Some of them look good, and I'm not mad at it. But I feel like some of y'all do need to stop though,
Mm-hmm.
because some of y'all look like goofies trying to keep up with these challenges.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not putting an age on it.
I am.
I'm just saying some of y'all look like goofies.
I'm putting
but-
an age on it.
I'm here for it. Everybody is trying to get out there. I feel like some people, y'all got to pick y'all lane, because you know what I'm saying. The whole, you remember T-Pain saying there's more rappers, artists than chairs.
Mhm.
That is a big problem. I heard a
Mhm.
song today on the radio. I had just got in my car and they had introduced some song, and the dude was like, yeah, this is my new song, Rocket something. I can't remember what it was.
What it sound like?
Nigga was saying Rocket over and over for about the first 45 seconds. I turned that shit the hell off.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds terrible. It sound like I wrote the song. I'm not a songwriter, y'all. It sounds like I wrote the song. And it's just like, where is the creativity? And then, you know what? I heard a song today. You know that song that they made that you see the TikTok dances on? It's the Mary J. Blige.
I don't have TikTok. I have TikTok. I just don't.
You know what I'm talking about? You know what song I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
Anyway, it's a song. It's a song that they kind of took Mary J's, like the intro of her shit, and turned it into a whatever. I actually heard the song for the first time when I was doing my client's hair.
Mhm.
And the beginning of it sounded a little like literally the first 45 seconds was cool. It was cool. It's like, oh, okay, this is the little song I be hearing on TikTok and on Instagram, right? So I'm listening to the song. After those 45 seconds, the song was trash. So at this point, what I feel like we're doing is like, if some part of the song is good, we just taking it and hyping it up on social media. and those people are going viral or I don't know. I don't know what's happening, but y'all are hyping them up off about 45 seconds of their song when the rest of it is trash.
Yeah.
When before the whole song had to be, a hit for us to even listen to it. So I don't like that. I feel like the music is trash. It's like you have to pick and choose what you want to listen to, and after that, you just gotta listen to some old shit because this new shit is just not where it's at.
You know what? 2021 has kind of helped me realize.
Wayne is Right. Everything by Mary J. I don't know the dudes.
You know what 2021 has kind of helped me realize? That I hate social media. I really don't like social media. You know? It's like social media has just become a place where everybody's trying to, not everybody, a majority of the people are trying to figure out what silly shit I can do to get popping because I'm not really skillful enough to do something else to really get popping. Now, I respect the people that are doing things and creating things that like people are like, ooh, I recognize the talent, I recognize the creativity, I recognize the work behind that, and I'm gonna share it, But I don't really like this shit where niggas are just, oh, look how stupid I dance. Look how stupid I dance.
Now, you know what? If I'm honest, though, that's been what social media has been about. We're just seeing it on a different scale right now.
No, it hasn't always been like this.
Social media has been about trying to, before Instagram in particular, Instagram has changed so much. But when Instagram came out, there were people that kind of figured out the algorithm and figured out how to get in front of a bunch of people. And then everybody else was trying to figure out how to do that too. Everybody else was trying to figure out how to get a blue check mark. They're trying to figure out how to get thousands and millions of followers. They're trying to do the same poses, the same pictures, Then they added the videos. And you know what I'm saying? Then they added reels. And so now they're doing the TikTok thing with the sounds and shit. So it's like, it's been the same thing. Social media has been a place where people have been trying too hard and trying to get out there. I feel like now because we've kind of lowered the standards, one, and then changed what we were doing. I feel like now it's the same shit. It's just on a different scale. I feel like.
Yes and no. And I say that because the name social media is new, but the concept has been around for a while. Ever since the fucking AOL days,
Yeah.
MySpace,
Okay, I'm not talking about back to AOL.
I'm just talking about the whole like timeline of social media, and like the way it's kind of evolved. And it's only kind of evolved like this probably within the last 5 to 10 years, to where now everybody thinks, oh, if I create something funny and something silly, stupid, that people will start liking me.
But that's what I was saying.
People start sharing me.
I wasn't going all the way back to AOL.
No,
but
I'm talking about even up in like MySpace. Nobody was trying to. People were trying to figure out how to be creative and get people to fuck with them, but they wasn't. Let me figure out the dumbest shit I can do to get people to like me. That's what it seems like the thing is now.
But if you want to say that, then we have things like YouTube. People have been doing that since YouTube. Since YouTube started, there were online comedians, people putting together skits. There were people trying to do stupid ass shit just to get a lot of views. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say I feel like it's been happening. We just changed how it's happening. It just evolved pretty much.
It's been about the last 10 years, probably since about 2012.
Okay, but so when we talk about social media, I'm not talking about AOL. I'm talking about MySpace, Facebook, Instagram, Vine.
I'm talking
TikTok,
about anything where
YouTube.
People could share and post information.
Okay, well then we talk about two different things because
we're talking about social media and the internet.
AOL, I remember AOL, that was more like a chat thing, a IM thing. I don't really, when I think social media, I don't group that into social media because that was a different time. I feel like that was I don't know what to call that. That was the
sharing
internet.
information.
Honestly, back
It
then.
was sharing information.
Okay, but I don't group that
Okay,
into
social media.
social media though.
The concept of social media is where people gather socially, discuss things, and share information. That's social media. They're
Okay, well
sharing
then I'm
media.
talking about social media since we've had shit
Right,
like,
and I'm talking about the evolution of social media, which this all encompasses.
and I understand that.
Right.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying we're talking about two different eras. I think that it's been happening since maybe not since AOL, but I feel like it's been happening since YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, MySpace, all of that shit has come out. Those are what I'm talking. I'm not talking about the IMing AOL, shit back in the day. I'm not talking about that. I'm starting at where we started sharing pictures for the world to see and
that was Twitter.
Video. Okay, but that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about those platforms. I'm not talking about AOL.
And that's what I'm saying. This started this whole trend of people trying to be social media famous started around 2012, if my memory serves me right. You know what I'm saying? This is when the time where people first started, you know what? I think I can post some stupid shit online and become a star. You know? Where prior to that, people were posting stupid shit online, but they didn't feel like it was gonna make me a star. You know? That's the difference between then and now. And that's the evolution I'm talking about.
I'm not sure because again,
yes,
I agree. I don't want you to feel like I'm disagreeing with you because I am agreeing with you. We're saying the same thing. But I do feel like people did feel like they were going to maybe not be a star, but be not famous. Like, I feel like that's why they were doing it. Because they got traction on one thing and they realized, okay, I'm a reference to YouTube. Just because YouTube has been around for a long ass time and that's had a big ass evolution. To back when I was watching people on there act a damn fool and do skits and shit because they're getting 2 million views. Mm-hmm. They're going to continue to do it because they're still getting views and they're getting known. And then they started getting paid based off of that. So I think that
that's the big difference.
I think that is
that's the
yes,
big difference.
people want to be known. Yes, they want to be famous, but I think that everybody's trying to get to the point where they can monetize off of social media. I think that's what it is, as well as just trying to be seen.
That is where the whole I want to be social media famous now comes from. It's because the prior times nobody was getting paid. Nobody was able to really monetize off of being online famous.
Yeah, I would like to see that. Like, when were people able to first start monetizing off of social media? Because
Let me tell you when. It was after Google bought YouTube. It was after Google bought YouTube. Because when Google bought YouTube, and it was not even immediately after, it was probably a couple of years after, because Google was YouTube was the first one to start paying people for the content they create. You know? They were the first ones to start paying people for the content they create. And that's because they had that Google money. And once people realized, I can actually start making money from the content I create, it no longer became people creating content because they just loved creating it. It started becoming, let me create content so I can make money off of it.
Okay, so it says YouTube monetization first started on YouTube in August of 2006.
2006 is when YouTube started monetizing. You probably had to have like some specific
I said YouTube
goals. Yeah,
I wanted to look for YouTube.
Yeah, they probably had some really specific criteria to monetize on it.
Let's see. When did Google buy YouTube? Yeah, October of 2006. I want to know when did because I feel like Instagram was one of the last ones. I feel like Instagram is always just sitting back and watching what's going on and then copy.
Yeah, I feel like you still really can't monetize on Instagram. I feel like Instagram is trying to figure out ways to, and when I say monetize, I'm talking about monetize just off of the content you
Like
create.
Instagram pay you.
Not the shit you're trying to sell. You can monetize trying to sell shit. You can't necessarily monetize creating content.
I agree. I feel like it's hard to monetize on Instagram because they don't really have that outlet. But I feel like the way that you monetize on Instagram is by having a big following and doing promos and ads and shit like that.
Ads.
That's where some people make about $4,000 to $5,000 just off of that type of stuff, off of one ad, not even
their own shit. Like somebody's coming to them directly and say, "Hey, promote this on your page,"
and I'll pay you $4,000.
It's not Instagram saying, "Hey, you're doing good on your page. We're going to pay you because you bring so many people to the platform." It's not them doing that.
That is true.
Yeah. So.
And you know what? Wayne said he wouldn't count YouTube as social media because you can follow and subscribe to what you want to see. But I feel like that's exactly what you're doing on every other app. Like, I feel like on Instagram, you're following people to people that you want to see. Just like Instagram, Twitter, et cetera, et cetera. I feel like I only consider YouTube social media because yes, you can subscribe and all of that, but because you're also sharing an image for the world to see. So like how Khary was saying, it's an exchange of information. I feel like that's why YouTube is social media. And because so many people use YouTube for blogs, for, cooking. It don't matter what it is. YouTube is just as big, if not bigger than, and it's crazy that YouTube was able to stay around this long. You get what I mean? Like, yeah, they've made changes, but it's been minor changes. Like, you see Instagram keeps making all of these big ass changes just to keep up with other apps. I feel like YouTube is probably the only one that's in its own lane. Like, I feel like we're gonna forever use YouTube. I think.
I agree.
I feel like we'll forever use.
See, one of the things
YouTube.
one of the things that make YouTube stand out from a lot of different platforms is YouTube is very searchable. Like, people don't just use YouTube as a video platform; they use YouTube as a search engine.
Just like Google. I feel like YouTube is the video version of Google. That's why we're going to forever use it.
Exactly. A lot of people use Google. Use YouTube like a Google. You kind of loud over there too, Beez. You got a lot of noise over there. A lot of people use YouTube like a Google. Like a lot of people, before they even go to Google, they search YouTube for what they're looking for.
Just like Pinterest.
Especially if it's like some how-to shit.
Yeah. Have y'all seen that on Instagram you can pretty much like look things up? You remember like before when you type things in the search bar of Instagram, it'll only bring up a profile. Then they kind of evolved to the hashtag. Now you can follow hashtags. Now you can follow hashtags and stuff like that. But if you actually just look up certain things in Instagram now, it actually kind of works like Google. It doesn't just bring up a profile. It'll bring up whatever you want to see. It'll bring up pictures with that hashtag. It'll bring up accounts that are kind of similar to it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like things are definitely evolving. I feel like Instagram just be trying to keep up with everybody else just to stay in the game, really is how I feel. I don't know. But YouTube is definitely something that's going to be around for a long time because YouTube has already been around for, let me see. Let's Google that.
Videos. Nobody wants to see your videos. No, nobody wants to take a
put
picture.
Put yourself on mute.
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
Hey, Beez.
What's good? How you doing?
Good. Oh, hi, Mo. You look so beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my God, that's gorgeous. Where are y'all? That's a big tree.
Yo, we in the New Rochelle Surf Club.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Yes, it's very good night.
That's nice. Y'all, I don't think the chat can see you, Beez, but Beez is in an area with it's like a grand staircase. It's a big ass tree. Him and Mo look very gorgeous.
Oh, y'all want to see the outside? Hold on, let me show y'all the outside. Look at what's going on out here.
What's going on? I just saw the thing change.
Oh no, you good, man. See, look at all this going on out here.
Let me see. Oh, that's
Yo, we
gorgeous.
done seen all type of. I done seen all type of craziness tonight. They was twerking on the bar. They was twerking on the bar.
They was twerking on the bar at the Christmas party.
Yo, the boss. The boss.
Oh, the boss. Oh, she was getting buck wild. She was like, you know what? I heard that's where it goes down at the Christmas party. Like the company Christmas parties and shit be buck wild. Wow.
Listen. I recommend this movie to you and Khary for Christmas. Christmas Office Party.
I feel like, did I see that? I feel like I saw that.
Yo,
is Cameron Diaz in there?
You? Who?
I've never
Cameron
seen
Diaz?
Nah. She's not in it. It's
maybe that's
it's
someone else.
Justin Bateman. It's Jennifer Anderson.
That's who I'm thinking. Jennifer
married
Anderson.
to Angela Bassett.
Okay, that's who I was thinking. Jennifer Anderson.
Okay.
Anderson.
That's
What's her name from Friends.
Yeah.
Okay, I know what you're talking. I feel like I saw that movie. That Christmas party was buck wild. If that's the same movie I'm thinking about.
Yo, yes.
If that's the same, it was
like
crazy.
the wildest Christmas party ever. They was throwing the copy machines out the window.
Exactly.
We're gonna get into Christmas movies a little later.
But no, Beez he was telling us
I'm
about
doing
where
the
he
show.
was. He was showing us around and stuff like that. It looked really nice in there. And you and Mo look so good.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me give y'all the full
Period.
Full
Let us see.
See the full page.
Let us see the drip. Okay.
This nigga look like Count Beezula.
Oh my God. You got to flip the jacket.
Listen, yo, I should just bust out like this. Check it out like this.
Man.
Yo, if you on a podcast, you listen to this podcast, you don't see Beez right now. You got tuned to YouTube to see Beez.
That's so crazy.
You got tuned to YouTube to see Beez.
You right there, baby.
Shit.
Like old Eddie Kane. Nights like this, I wish.
They got the trench on. Oh shit!
You see, Sean said this technology is gonna kill us all one day. But you see, but wait a minute, you saw earlier, I think last week, the Russians actually created a robot.
Yeah, you know what?
Where they were looking for somebody's face, their face and their voice to use for the robot. Did you see that?
Nah, I didn't see that.
Yeah, and it's like a actual robot that looked like a person and shit. Like, I feel like we're now getting in those times.
We getting close.
If I gotta fight a robot, bro,
yo,
you know what I'm saying?
Yo,
if I gotta fight a robot, that's crazy.
Khary says, "Yo, that bow tie is fuego."
Oh, thank you, brother. Thank you.
Sean over here says, "Sharper than a tack."
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, brothers. I appreciate that. You know, because I don't dress up a lot. I don't. Yeah. So when I put the dids on the ditties.
Oh shit!
I'm like,
Ashanti says yes. Ashanti says yes. Come through with the drip, Beez, Buddha.
Thank
you.
When you put the what, Beez?
Huh?
You were saying
when I put the ditties on, you know what I'm saying?
Period.
The ditties on.
Yeah, I put the ditties on. I start doing a little ditty bop, you know what I mean?
I was about to say, you been out here ditty bopping. Okay.
Yeah.
Yo, now did you do the Bezo bounce with the trench on?
Yo, when I get out the car, I got you.
I got
Oh
you.
shit! Oh shit! All right, when
I
Beez
got
gets
you.
out the car, remind us. We gonna do the Beezo bounce. We gonna see the Beezo bounce.
The Beezo bounce.
All right, Beez. What was the highlights of 2021 for you? What were the highs?
Highlights of 2021. Like you mean like what really got me excited? What made me like, wow?
Yeah. What gave you
The
energy?
pandemic.
True facts.
The pandemic had me like, wow.
True story.
You know what else is really got me on some wow? The gun violence.
That is true as well.
Yeah, there was a lot
Gun
of gun
violence has
violence
really
this
got
year.
me like, wow, because it's a lot of craziness like going on out here with the gun violence. I will say that this has been a confusing year, but yet for me, I can't speak for others, but this has been a very enlightening year. It's been a strong year for me personally.
Okay.
You know what I mean? For like business wise, like I feel like my business grew to be bigger in the pandemic than it was before the pandemic.
Okay.
I feel like some of my opportunities in life have changed due to the pandemic.
Okay.
The pandemic has also made me like more of a resourceful person to not truly depend on the government, but to know that if I get off my fucking ass, I can make an income. I can be comfortable in this world.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Without just this the pandemic really let me know that my resourcefulness, it was really what I want to say. Like being resourceful was really a strong foundation for me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I love that. I
Okay.
love that.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Being scared of not knowing what tomorrow would bring, but making me put my best foot forward to go stronger, to be better in things that I wanted to do. That's what I feel like the year, like that's what I seen out the year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The year made me, I'll say the year also made me a better person within myself.
Got you.
I don't blame. I love that. I wholeheartedly agree. For real. I feel like back in the day, you remember when we read in the textbooks and stuff that they mostly used to like to get money and shit, or just to provide things where they were just trading services and goods and shit like that. I really feel like we kind of went back to that time and like just realized like that's where the money at, not in these, corporate jobs. I feel like people have really seen like how much money they can make on their own just hustling. I feel like that's why so many people are entrepreneurs, successful entrepreneurs right now, because it's like, bruh, we really realize, like you said, if I get off my ass and I have to really figure out, like, I have to figure out how I'm gonna get it every day without a guaranteed check. Shit get real different when you realize that, oh damn, look at how much I made here. And look how much more I appreciate it with me getting off my ass and, you know what I'm saying? Rather than going to a fucking 9 to 5 every day. And these, and during the pandemic, we've seen companies like let people go. We actually, first we seen companies hire anybody and overwork their people because, you know what I'm saying? The shortage of people that wanted to work in person and people being sick and shit like that. Towards now, it's closer to now. Now we're seeing people like get fired for not being vaccinated. Now we're seeing people get fired because they're sick. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it really shows you just how really cutthroat corporate America is. And people just like, fuck it, I'm just finna get it on my own.
Yeah.
I love that for us.
People learned how to grind and really go out there and get it.
Yo, the pandemic brought back situations of Senegal Village. What was that place in North Carolina? In Durham?
What place?
Like like, okay, like Senegal Village was a striving like black community
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
until they decided that they wanted to make fucking Central Park. You feel
Mhm.
me?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it was like people don't depend on the government when you have certain things like that. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like the government can't take that. They can't deal with that when you as a human being don't need them.
They have to create a channel for you to need them. Like, we're gonna, okay, so now we're seeing
That
y'all
they
don't
do.
need us. So now what we gonna do is, and I'm just throwing shit out here, y'all. Don't
Mhm.
I'm just saying, like, now, okay, now they don't need us. So what we gonna do? All right, vaccine. Boom. Now it's mandated, it needs to be done, or you can't work, you can't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, okay, cool. We see y'all was getting along just fine in this little, we done threw the pandemic at you. We done throw these damn killer hornets at y'all. We done thrown all types of shit at y'all. And y'all still able to get along. Y'all not get along together, but like live.
You're still able to function and move
Right.
along in
Exactly.
life.
Okay, boom. So here's the vaccine. Not only are we gonna give you the vaccine, and I'm not even, I don't even want y'all to take me serious. This ain't even like a wholehearted thought. Just like, this is just a way that I'm like, you're gonna need me. Period. Because if you want to work, if you want to go outside, if you want to travel, it don't matter what the fuck you want to do. This is what you need to do. You know? I don't know. I feel like it's crazy.
Like that's how I feel about like the FDA.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They with if nobody's sick, they ain't no patients, so they can't make no money.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I've always said this. You know what I'm saying? Like if you cure patients, where's the money at? And forever, that's the game that they're gonna try to what you call it. If you make people think they're sick, that they're constantly gonna make money.
I agree.
Well, there's a bunch of stuff that makes
I
people better.
I agree. No, he's talking about on a large scale, where if we what he's saying is that if we found a way to get rid of all of these sicknesses, right, that we currently don't have a cure to or a solid plan, right, to
Mm-hmm.
get rid of. If we got rid of them and we found a way to get rid of each illness, sickness, disorder, whatever you want to call it,
Mm-hmm.
in a way, they wouldn't make any money if you ever healed from it. They wouldn't make any money.
Yeah, exactly.
Because now you don't need them. But
I
this
agree
is
to an
why
extent.
this is why the medicines and things that we take doesn't cure most
It
times.
suppresses.
In some situations, it doesn't cure the actual thing that you're trying to cure. It just provides it just kind of heals or lessens the symptom, rather than
It suppresses the symptoms.
right.
It suppresses it. Yeah.
So then you feel like, you know what I'm saying? But I get what you're saying. What Beez is just saying is, as far as the conversation that we're having about creating another way for you to need the government, or, you know what I'm saying? If they really truly cared about our health and our well-being, we will have cures for these type of things, rather than, okay, we or healthcare would be free, or medicine wouldn't be so high. You get what I'm saying? If they really cared, but because of the price of medicine, because of the fact that there's still no cure, when I feel like we have the technology to cure a lot of these things, but we won't go there. But let's just stick on the price wise. Price wise, shit wouldn't be so high for people that need it, you know, versus people that can afford it. You wouldn't make no money if everybody can afford it and everybody got better, because you're making money because they have to constantly come to you for it. If there was a cure for cancer, I wouldn't need to keep getting chemo. I wouldn't need to keep going getting so and so. If there was a cure, I would get that cure and I'm done. I wouldn't owe you no more money.
And like that with what Tati's saying, and why is chemo not free?
Well, because shit costs money. But also, I wouldn't necessarily.
I see what you're saying, but I wouldn't necessarily agree with the whole conspiracy that they're purposely not trying to create cures for things. I just don't think it's just as simple as people think to create a cure for a lot of things. And I say that because it's not just the big pharmaceutical companies that's trying to figure out cures for shit. You know?
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of people trying to figure out cures for shit. It's just not that simple.
I'm not saying that it's not that simple. I'm not saying, and I don't want to call it conspiracy because again, it's just whatever. But I feel like, yes, things cost money. Things don't have to cost as much money if we really cared about the well-being. But then again, if we really cared about the well-being and of others, we wouldn't have so many homeless people. We wouldn't have so many mentally ill people. We wouldn't have all of these issues. But these are ways that money is being made, which is why it's not just, yes, shit costs money. Yeah, shit costs money. But if, lives are on the line and shit like that, people are dying. And I actually gave a fuck about the next human being, chemo wouldn't be as expensive. You know what I'm saying? Because there are poor people that are dying from cancer because they have no insurance, because they can't afford, the process of even having cancer. So that's what we're trying to say. Not that, it's that simple. I know it's not that simple. But I feel like there's a lot of things, and I know not just scientists and shit is working on it, or doctors and shit, but I just feel like it's not even that point. It's okay, it's expensive. It's not available to everybody. It's, you know what I'm saying? That's the point that's being made.
See, this is America, where this is a country of capitalism. Let's make this money. That's pretty much the motto of this country. Now I would say chemo and things like that wouldn't be as expensive if there was laws that said, hey, you can only make a maximum of this percent off of over the cost of the medicine. I think that would really dramatically bring prices down. But right now, there's no legislation, there's no laws that says, hey, you can't mark your shit up X amount of dollars. So now I've never actually looked into the cost of chemo or any of that shit whatsoever. I don't know what the cost is. I don't know how much it actually costs. But I'm just going to say some hypothetical numbers. I'm just going to say some hypothetical numbers.
If you were making minimum wage, you wouldn't be able to afford it.
Listen. My mom went through chemo. That shit is like certain visits like $10,000 a pop, bro.
Right. And I can't say how much it's costing the hospital and shit like that, but I'm just going to just put out an arbitrary number that says, you know what? If it costs the hospital $100, or if it costs the pharmaceutical companies $100 to manufacture this medicine, if it costs the hospital X amount of dollars to buy this equipment, and it's cost this much to do this. So now if we say our total cost is now $500 to actually administer this and render this, there should be some type of law that says, okay, if it costs you $500, you cannot now charge somebody $5,000 for that service.
Get what you're saying.
And that's what's going on.
Get what you're saying, but
that's the problem.
Point. Like,
because it's America.
Even with all of that, because where do those numbers come from? Honestly, if we being real honest,
they make them
shit,
up.
That's what I'm saying. If we being real honest, all this shit made up. Money is a fucking piece of paper that somebody put a value on that they made up in their fucking mind. So it's really just at this point, like I said, if you truly cared about the next human being, that made up ass number wouldn't even be a number, or it'd be a low enough number for the rich, the poor, and the middle class to be able to afford it. I get that, yes, it is capitalism, but we're just pointing out the fact that it's just this is why we're, you know what I'm saying? So I just feel like, I don't feel like if we actually cared about people, we would have millionaires and billionaires when we also have homeless people. You get what I'm saying? I just feel I get how everything works, but I think the point was just like, it's just a way to continue to make money. This is their guaranteed money. It's to make sure that you have to come back. It's like me with my client. I'm gonna retwist your hair tonight, right? But before you leave, I'm gonna make sure that you book your next appointment. You know what I'm saying? Like if that makes sense in a way, like I'm gonna make sure that you come back, type shit.
Too yellow.
You know?
Too pink.
But I definitely agree. I feel like there should be something in place saying that like these pharmaceutical companies cannot make so much money off of these products. You know what I'm saying? Because these are things that people need. I saw in California, they recently in schools and shit, they'll be giving out pads and stuff for free. You know what I'm saying? Why we can't have that same energy on things of literal life and death? You know?
Yeah.
Like keep that same energy. I hate the way like I just hate the way that all of this is structured because it's only about making money. Just like Christmas right now. Everybody going fucking crazy over Christmas trying to make sure everybody got a gift and shit. People are depressed because you know there's people that get seasonal depression and shit like that, right? All Christmas ain't a fucking holiday for y'all to thank Santa Claus and Saint Nick and all that. Christmas is a holiday for y'all to spend all y'all fucking money in these stores. It's to stimulate the economy is what it's for. You get what I'm saying? Just like I just feel like it's just I don't know. It's just crazy to me. This shit ain't about what is being, you know, put out there. It's about.
Yeah,
it's really about money. All of this shit is about money to stimulate the economy. On Christmas, it's a national holiday. You have the day off, you work all your ass off and all this other shit, but you know that on Christmas, you don't want to be the parent that don't give your kids shit. You don't want to be the person that, you know what I'm saying? You gonna go out and buy some shit. Everybody is going out and buying shit. Just like Thanksgiving. They got Black Friday the next goddamn day. People get trampled and shit trying to get discounts.
This is America.
This is America, but this shit is fucked up.
Yep. But that's how America is. It's built off of money. Money, 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 money.
It's insane.
Slavery was because of money. Everything revolves around money in this country.
This is insane.
In this world, actually.
I wish we had more compassion for the people around us. Like, I wish we had more compassion that, you know, we're all of the same species.
Tell you what, if I was a billionaire, I'm not going broke to keep the world from being homeless.
And I'm not saying that because in the same, even in the same breath of saying, okay, we shouldn't have millionaires if we got homeless people. Even in that same breath, I also feel like if you worked hard to earn it, why should you have to like distribute it? You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So I understand both aspects because if I'm a billionaire, I worked hard for my shit. Why I gotta go and give all my shit away when, you know? I could understand that thought, but at the same time, I just wish we had more compassion, everybody as a whole, not just billionaires, but I wish everybody as a whole, government included, had more compassion that we are all of the same species. There's things that we need. We need food. We need water. We don't need the most expensive food. We don't need the most expensive water. We need clothes. We don't need the most expensive clothes. You know what I'm saying? That shit should just, I don't know. I feel like necessities just should not cost so much. People shouldn't break their fucking back to pay for things that we need. Shelter. I got a goddamn renewal letter today, $200 more. $200 more.
Hey, Tampa is number 2 in the country with increase in cost of living.
That is true. But let me tell you something else though.
What's that?
We were just talking about this in school. Because I got my renewal letter. It's gonna be $1,300 and $1,350, something like that, right? $200 increase. Have they increased minimum wage? Not technically. Some companies have moved it to 15. In other states around the country have moved it to 15. But even 15 ain't even enough to pay $1,300. That's probably what you're gonna be bringing in for the month. A little bit over that. You get what I'm saying? Like, you'll raise the prices of rent and shit. You'll raise taxes and shit, but you ain't gonna raise the pay. So motherfuckers is out here busting their ass to make a fucking living. You know? For necessities. That's insane. That's absolutely insane.
Well, you gotta pay for your shit.
I'm not saying you don't have to pay for your shit, But I'm saying my point is the overpriced shit. Just like you looked around and toilet paper was 2 times expensive during a hurricane.
Let's go.
You get what I'm saying?
That's price gouging, and that's illegal.
This is also price gouging that should be illegal.
No, this
My
is
apartment
inflation.
shouldn't go up $1,300
This is inflation.
this is inflation.
This is
Yes,
more people moving to the
but-
area. This is supply and demand.
But listen, if you know that housing is a necessity, you're jacking that price up extensively.
Mhm.
But my working wage is not also being brought up.
I
I
understand. that.
have to live. This is a necessity. A
Mhm.
necessity.
Mhm.
So why, if you're bumping this up, why is this not going up too? I
Because
get what
people are
you're
still
saying.
working.
Yes, it is inflation.
You
Yes,
know why?
it's still fucked up. It's about the price
Because
change.
wages aren't the same as supply and demand. You know, people are still gonna work regardless of what you pay. People are gonna people aren't only because of the pandemic have people said, you know what, I'm making more because the government's giving me money staying home than actually working. You know, there aren't many people that's gonna say, you know what, this place is not paying me enough, so now I'm gonna sit and do nothing. You know, so that's why wages aren't going up as quickly as the cost of living because supply and demand. You know, people want to live someplace, so people are willing to pay more to have it over somebody else. You know, there's only a limited supply of places to live. So now, if I can charge $2,000 because there's people with $2,000 that can pay this, rather than these people with only $1,500, people can do that. You know, and that's just going to keep happening until it gets to a point where it says, you know what, we don't think there's many people in this area that can afford these prices, so this is where we're going to cap it at now. And then it's going to sit like that for a few years. You know, and then the market's going to drop again. Like houses are going to go down at some point. Like the housing market is going to stay the same, but that's not necessarily going to change anything for the rental market.
I think it's insane.
You know,
It's insane. It's insensitive. Of course, it's going to continue to happen, and there's always a reasoning behind it, but it's just insane and insensitive.
Yeah, this country is built on making money.
I wish that we cared more.
Money, 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 money.
But that was a long ass topic. I don't even know how we got on there.
I know. All right, so let's move it on. Because it was the 2021 in review, and that was part of 2021 in review. So, okay, before we move on, are we giving 2021 a thumbs up or a thumbs down or a middle finger? Which one?
I'll give it a thumbs up.
You giving 21 a thumbs up? Beez gives it a thumbs up. What you give it, Tati?
I give 2021 a thumbs up.
You give it a thumbs up. Give me the thumbs up. Give me the thumbs up. Let me see the thumbs up.
2021 a thumbs up.
Beez give it a thumbs up. Tati gives it a thumbs up. You know what? I give 2021 a thumbs up as well.
I learned a lot in 2021.
You know, I give it a thumbs up as well. So we got 3 thumbs up for 2021. Let's see if 2022, at the end of 2022, if we'll give it 3 thumbs up like this year.
Yeah, I feel like if you can get through the end of the year and feel like, yeah, all right, it's been some shit that happened, but the good outweighed the bad, or like just lessons and shit. You know how you go through shit and you learn shit. You know what I'm saying? Things that you didn't know before.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if those outweighed the bad, thumbs up.
Yep, I agree. You know,
Thumbs
I think
up.
it was a thumbs up type of year. Despite the craziness and shit like that. You know, but let's go ahead and move it on. Got a couple of quick hits. We spoke about Megan Thee Stallion earlier. You know, and I'm also going to talk about Spike Lee. Do you know what both of them have in common? That's Spike Lee and Megan Thee Stallion. Either one of y'all?
Nope.
Bueller? Nope. Well, what they both have in common is they both recently signed deals with Netflix. You know? So we should soon be seeing some flicks from Megan Thee Stallion on Netflix, as well as some Spike Lee joints on Netflix. So that's going to be interesting to see Netflix production and the Spike Lee joint at the same time. You know?
At the same time?
Yeah, at the same time.
Like the same movie or just on Netflix?
Well, if it's
they're
on,
both having something on Netflix.
They signed a deal with Spike Lee, so Spike Lee, it looked like Spike Lee's going to be creating some shit for Netflix, writing some shit, executive producing. He's going to have some involvement with some shit on Netflix, and if he has some involvement,
okay. I heard you wrong. Okay. I don't know why I heard Meg and Wesley Snipes signed something with Netflix.
No, Meg and Spike Lee separately signed something with Netflix.
And Spike Lee was somewhere involved. I don't know what I heard just now. I'm like, what?
Yeah, Meg signed something with Netflix and Spike Lee signed something with Netflix. So they both got their own little things in the work to where they're both going to be doing some type of having something being created on Netflix for their brands.
Okay, you know? Okay.
And all Spike Lee joints say a Spike Lee joint, and all Netflix joints say Netflix. You know, so it's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing it, or whatever the hell it is. You know, Spike Lee usually has some creative shit, but I'm not sure what Megan Thee Stallion might be doing with Netflix or what type of content she might be creating.
I'm curious. You know what? I saw a video. I saw a video of Meg on Instagram doing like one of those reels, like a remake of Brenda on what, Scary Movie? When she was in a theater, when she was running, she was like, "Oh, this shit!
Oh, this movie's so good!
This shit's so scary!" Yeah. She did a remix of. She did a remake of Brenda. That shit was fire. So I feel like maybe it's off that video. She even got something because she did a good goddamn job. She did a really good job.
I might have to Google that now and look that up.
She was running in Scary Movie. The shit was so funny. So I'm here for it.
Me too. Now, you know, I took a bite of this damn sandwich. This is the sandwich I had from lunch, by the way. So if I'm looking at the time, it's probably about 7 hours old.
Oh, wow. What's on it?
Beef and onions and peppers.
Oh.
Oh, God. Beez had I was gonna say something else, but I forgot. So since we're on quick hits, Beez has showed me some video, some picture, a wild story the other day. Well, today, I'm not sure if you've seen it. It was about some dude that tried to rob a store, right? And one of the people behind the register, which happened to be like a 14-year-old kid, pulled out a gun and shot this dude in the face.
I think I saw that.
And like,
that was the dude with the crazy mouth?
They kind of like blew his beak off. Yo.
I saw that picture. That shit looked crazy. Like that was the dude with the crazy ass mouth. I didn't see the video.
Yo, that shit looked like he got his beak blown off. Like if you've ever seen like Daffy Duck cartoons back in the days,
shit looked crazy.
Like there was times in Daffy Duck cartoons where like Elmer Fudd would like pull out the shotgun and shoot Daffy Duck in the face and like make this nigga beak spin around his head. Yo, it looked like the dude had a beak and Elmer Fudd shot that shit off.
That man's mouth was like this big. It was like you didn't even see a mouth. It was just
a hole in his head that where his mouth and nose used to be. But he was
But where did it go out though?
But he was like alive.
He was alive and walking and shit. But where did the bullet go out at though?
I don't know.
Like what the fuck?
I don't know.
I saw the picture. I didn't see a video, but I saw a random picture of the guy, but I didn't know that's what happened to him. It was a dark-skinned dude, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a 14-year-old kid that shot him. And he didn't shoot him with like no big shotgun. It was like a handgun, like a 9 or some shit like that. But that nigga shit was going. It must have been like a hollow point or some shit in there. But
That's insane.
Mm.
I mean, you said he was robbing the store?
Yeah, he was trying to grab the cash register and shit like that.
That's insane.
Mm-hmm. Now the question is, what's gonna happen with this kid?
Did dude have a gun when he was robbing the store?
Not that I could visibly see. He was trying to strong arm it.
Oh,
But the question is,
was it a white boy?
I wasn't able to tell from the video.
Beez, was it a
The
white
question
boy?
is what? Hello?
Was the kid that
Italian.
shot
The kid was Italian.
that's white to me.
Yeah.
I don't feel like he's gonna be charged. I feel like
He
in
shot
some
the
way
he
it's
shot
gonna
him.
be
I don't
huh?
I feel like me personally, the kid is gonna be charged. He's gonna be charged.
You think so?
Now, as far as the charges sticking, I don't know how far that may go.
Where did it
But
happen?
he's gonna be charged. And it happened within the pizza shop, but the whole thing is
No. What
like
state?
was that PA? Philly. So Pennsylvania. Now, I feel like that's why he because Philly is a state of bearing arms, but
Okay, I was
he's
gonna
14. He's 14, but the whole thing is, it would have been different if the kid. I feel like if the kid pulled the gun from up under the counter, it'd be one thing. But the kid pulled the gun out of his pocket, like he was already ready.
Like he was already holding.
You know what I'm saying? He was already holding, like what you call it? Because if I watched the video like several times,
Okay.
just to because my boy was like, yo, he pulled the gun from up under the counter, and I'm telling my boy like he didn't pull the gun from up under the counter. He seen what was going on. He tossed his phone to the side, and then he pulled whatever that was, gun wise, whatever that was. He pulled that shit out, and he blew this dude's face clear open.
I agree. Then I feel like
should I play the video? Do y'all want to see the video? Should I play the surveillance?
That's on you, bro.
I agree. Then I feel like I don't think you should play it, but I feel like
it's not. You don't really see like.
No, you don't really see nothing crazy. It's just the after effects. Like they showing you. What I sent to the chat is like after dude went to the hospital and all that.
Oh, okay.
Look, like he didn't grab nothing from up in the counter.
He grabbed it out of his pocket. Wow. He the dude next to him almost got shot too. You see
That's
him
what I'm
holding
saying.
his ear? Wow. Or is that a lady behind him? Oh wow.
I'm not for the games.
So I think so I agree with Beez when you said, so now that I know what happened, I agree with you when you said he's definitely gonna be charged. I don't know if they're gonna stick. I think it'll depend on.
It was a family pizza shop.
I feel like it'll depend on whether he was legally licensed to carry that.
He's 14. Tati, you just throw that out the window. He's 14, so he wasn't licensed to carry shit.
Oh yeah, I think he's going to jail. I don't know if they're gonna give him credit for.
This is the time that they call Rittenhouse type shit is going to kick in, but it's actually going to be justifiable.
That's
like a
what
lot
I
of people
said.
going to be like, yo, kind of like, damn, dude got shot, but dude shouldn't have been trying to fucking run up in that register.
That's
because you got to think about it like this. If you yourself as a business owner, you understand what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
Like,
that's why I was gonna say I feel like the only thing that would save him is the fact that he protected the pizza shop. You know? Like it's a little weird, but the guy didn't have no business being there. You know what I'm saying? The guy not dead. So he can't be charged for murder. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's crazy. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I hope he don't get like the maximum sentence or nothing like that. Cause I feel like he was protecting the place. I feel like, and the guy's not dead.
I think he might be charged with, just from watching the video, I feel like he might be charged with like a reckless endangerment
I think he might have been off screen.
Yeah.
I think he might have been off screen just long enough where the defense might be able to present the argument that he might have grabbed the gun while
Somewhere else.
that brief second he was off screen. That brief second half his body went off screen. They might be able to say he might have grabbed it from a counter or something like that. I don't know what's over there, but just that little bit right there could be enough for, hey, you don't know.
I feel like that's gonna save him too.
I hear what you're saying, but if you watch the video as many times as I've seen it, it's clearly that he pulled that shit out of his pocket,
we know that, but you know how they be in court, you know what I'm saying?
Prove.
You technically didn't see it.
I hear you.
It's what you can prove.
You technically, because when he put his hands in his pants, he didn't pull nothing out right then. He kind of kept his hands in his pants, moved off camera.
He moved a lot.
Then came back with and it was probably about 2-3 seconds he was off, like 2 seconds he was off camera. Like he definitely could say that he got it from somewhere else if they are even asking about that portion.
Mm-hmm.
So and then also I think it depends on who the gun is registered to. But the fact that he kind of like saved the day in a way, and you didn't actually see him pull it off of him, pull the gun out his pants. I don't know.
Right.
I feel like he's 14. I don't feel like they're going to really charge a 14-year-old as an adult and the guy's not dead. They're not going to try him as an adult.
Not in this situation.
So he's going to get some kiddie shit.
Not in this situation.
And if he's been in trouble before, he's going to get some kiddie shit because the guy's not dead.
I agree with Khary over here in the chat. 14-year-old black boy would already be in jail.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely.
But yeah, Italian kid in the pizza shop. Ah, come on, open and shut.
And I feel like that show. What's that show? Your Honor, where the Italian kid got popped and shit, right? I feel like the whole mob community gonna come together and they got ties and shit. I feel like they gonna make sure this kid not in trouble. Because this is like classic Italian, you know what I'm saying? In the pizza shop. I feel like I don't feel like he gonna get too much. Actually,
and we're talking about the movie Stereotype, by the way.
Yeah, the Stereotype. Listen, I'm talking about like on Your Honor.
Yeah.
It didn't go down. That kid didn't let it go down like it went down to Sal's.
I tell you what though. Sean over here says him not dying helped that boy tremendously.
Oh God.
I don't know.
I think it did.
And wait, I'm not talking about with like a court trial of him going to jail. This is America. That nigga can now probably sue for not having a face. And now this kid and family might actually have to pay this man for no longer having a face.
I don't know about that.
This is America.
But I thought you were going to go the route. I thought you were going to go the route of like, dude, the man that doesn't have to die, now he's going to come back and get revenge.
There've been people that have broken into people's homes, gotten hurt, and now had to get paid by the people's insurance.
Oh, because the insurance covers the house and anything that happens in it?
Yeah.
And
these people broke into a house, got hurt, doing some illegal shit, and you got to pay for it. But this is America, nigga.
So, yo, what type of payment you think them two dudes got that broke into the rapist nigga house, the giant rapist?
Wait, I didn't hear you, Beez.
I'm not sure how true that story is, though, Beez.
Yo, there was a story, Tati. There was a story floating around that these two dudes broke into this 6'7", 350-odd-pound white man's crib who happened to be a notorious gay rapist in jail.
What?
So listen. He broke in. We broke into their house. They broke into his house, and supposedly what they say is that the only reason these two men got out the house because a woman heard them screaming. But this is like the 5th day of them being in the house. So what do you think this big gay rapist
This is
This to the
insane.
house.
This is
Do it.
this is a
See,
crazy ass story.
I'm not sure how true that story
That's
is. Though,
bad
Beez.
luck. You go to robbing a nigga and he's a rapist and gay?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. They
insane.
basically said the nigga went to rob and and the rapist was there and he overpowered them niggas and tied them niggas up.
That is insane.
Now, the thing that's so crazy, like, is wild is like, okay, so this dude got wild with you in his crib after you did that. But the thing is, everybody in the crib is going to jail.
Mm.
You're going to jail because you broke in the crib. He's going to jail because he basically bonded you and But the thing that if this is true, that these two stupid asses must remember,
What's that?
y'all all gonna meet up again.
Aw, damn.
If everybody go to jail, y'all all gonna meet up again.
That's crazy. But you know what? As a judge, I'd have just called at this point. I'd have been like Judge Judy and that bitch. Like at this point, this whole story's stupid as fuck. I feel like everybody got what they deserve. Call that shit even and get the hell out my courtroom.
Yeah.
Y'all, everybody release. Go. Bye.
Yeah, real courts don't act like that, unfortunately.
You shouldn't have broken the house of a booty bandit. And now
Exactly.
your booty, you got diarrhea for life. That's on you.
On God. So guess what? All y'all get y'all dumb ass out of here.
With that, we're going to move on. We're going to move on diarrhea for life. Let's move on. Christmas is next week. So let's talk a little bit about Christmas movies. Let's talk a little bit about Christmas movies. You know, let's talk like the top 5 Christmas movies. I'll tell you what, right after Thanksgiving. Give me a second.
Get some water, brother. Get some beverages.
A little parched.
So let me give y'all some light.
Right after Thanksgiving, one of the things I did was turn on a motherfucking Christmas movie. I was like, oh, it's Christmas season. Let me turn on a Christmas movie. One of the first movies I turned on was one of my faves, one of my all-time favorite Christmas movies. Not Die Hard, which Die Hard is a Christmas movie, but I did play that afterwards. But I did play Jingle All the Way. You know what one of the key phrases from that movie is? It's Turbo Time. One of my favorite movies. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sinbad. You know, it's Turbo Time. You know, the nigga, that movie really showed me white privilege. This dude fucked up this cop's motorcycle and shit so many fucking times, spilled coffee on him. Got away with it every time. Black man did one bad thing, that nigga went immediately to jail.
They took Sinbad to jail dumb quick.
Like that, yo.
I remember when Sinbad was in a whole lot of damn movies at one point. That was the best movie era, really.
One of my favorite Sinbad movies was House Guest. Not to get off topic, but House Guest.
Yes.
Him and Phil Hartman. That's a classic, yo. You know?
That's the one where he's the security for like the president type shit, or that's the one where he acts like he's the doctor?
That's the one, where he act like he's the dentist, you know?
Yes.
That's the one where he act like he's the dentist and shit. So yeah, that was I gotta get your fingers rolling weed off the screen, Beez.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yo, my bad. I didn't think they could see that.
You know? That's one of my fave Sinbad movies, though. But we're talking about Christmas movies. We're talking about Christmas movies. Top 5 Christmas movies. Do either of y'all have a top 5 Christmas movies? Do y'all like Christmas movies?
Love them.
How about you, Tati? Are you a Christmas movie type of person?
I haven't sat down and watched Christmas movies since I was little.
Really?
Yeah.
I have some like. Well, last week we spoke about traditions, Christmas traditions. One of my traditions for Christmas is watching Christmas movies. There's some movies that I just gotta watch, yo. Some of them I just gotta watch.
I wanna, you know what? I feel like I want to, in the future, just be one of those people that are big on holidays. Like, decorate the house for Christmas. And not just the outside, like be one of those people that put Christmas decorations on the inside of the house. Like you have every season, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And be the type of people that like make Christmas cookies and make sure the house, my mom makes sure the house smells like, she has one of those little wax burners. She makes
Ginger
sure
ale.
she put like the little
gingerbread.
yeah, she'll put gingerbread or like sugar cookie and all of that. So all throughout December, we coming in the house, it smell like something sweet. She keeps on the TV on Christmas carols every day. You know, they decorate the outside. They don't really decorate the inside, but the outside, putting a tree, all extravagant. Like, I want to be one of those people, like holiday, you know, even for October, like fall and shit, you know? I want to be one of those people because
you just want to be a decorator, huh? A home decorator. You want your house to go with the seasons.
No, I just want to appreciate holidays
want
more.
the
Like
deco.
I'm one of those people. I get a little sad around the holidays, like right fall time, right after Halloween. Start getting a little like, you know. And I feel like it's because my family, they're not like, we're not one of those families where it's like we all going to everybody's house. Like, you know, like I wouldn't see my cousin at this house and this house and this house. We all kind of pick a house and go there. And really, I just started kind of picking my house and staying there, you know, like just using it as a day off from work.
And you didn't watch movies while you was there?
By myself? No, I'm chilling. I'm doing what I do on my day off. That's what I'm doing.
You don't want to watch movies? Like Christmas?
I don't mind watching movies, but I'm saying like because we haven't had like that structure for the holidays, I don't do it on my own either. I just kind of chill. Okay. So I strive to be one of those people that kind of like appreciate the holidays more, to even get excited and decorate and all of that type of stuff. I pretty much only take it as far as like cooking and getting the tree and gifts.
Okay.
You know?
All right. Okay. Let me look over here in the chat. Let's see what some people over here in the chat said. Wayne Mills said, yo, my best Christmas movie was A Christmas Story. That was a fun one, you know, with Ralphie. Khary says, Elf is the best Christmas movie of all time. Fight your mom over it.
I agree with that, actually.
I've never actually gotten into Elf. That's a Will Ferrell movie, right? I'm hit or miss with Will Ferrell movies, tell you the truth. You know what?
Nah, Elf, I gotta admit, Elf is like up there, you know.
I tell you what,
Elf is a really, really good movie.
I never really gave it a chance, tell you the truth. I never gave it a chance. I just saw it as a movie. It's like as great as a comedian and comedic actor that I feel like a Jim Carrey is, you know?
Mm-hmm.
At a certain point, I got tired of watching his movies because it was just like, yo, it's just Jim Carrey being silly. You know, it's just like, it's
got you.
You know, and that's kind of how I got to at a point with Will Ferrell. So I think that was around that Elf time for that film. So that's why I never really like gave it a chance like that and shit. If that makes sense.
No, my bad.
You know what I'm saying?
Give me a second. Yeah.
But I will give it a chance. I will give it a chance since Khary says it's the greatest fucking Christmas movie of all time.
Elf, I don't know about being the greatest.
Not all time, but it's a great movie.
Not all time.
Yeah. Not all time, but it's a great movie.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to pull it up.
Like, I don't like watching things over and over.
Does
I don't
it make
like
you
watching
feel Christmassy?
movies and shows multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen Elf so many times, and I would still, like, if it was turned on right now, I would still watch it.
Okay.
It's a good, and it's still funny every time. Huh?
Christmas Story is a
That's
classic.
how I feel about a Christmas Story.
But I think I've seen a Christmas Story. I think I've seen it so much. I've seen it so much. You know what the problem? I loved the Christmas Story before TNT. You know?
Copy.
Before TNT, I used to love A Christmas Story. You know why? Because they only showed it a couple of times. We'd be able to watch it on HBO, maybe here and there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I might show on this channel here and there. But then it became like, for a while, it was like the only Christmas movie. You know, it was like,
TNT
it's Christmas time.
put it on 24 hours, and that just fucked the game up.
Yes. They would put that movie on for 24 hours straight. So now you're just
Thanksgiving.
No, Christmas Eve.
No, but it started Thanksgiving.
Well, now they didn't have it every day.
Nah, Thanksgiving put it on like Thanksgiving that Thursday or whatever. That shit is on like 24 hours on like PBS or TNT, one of them shit.
Yeah. Well, I know Christmas Eve it was. I'm not sure about Thanksgiving. But I know it was like, ooh, I love this movie, and I would watch it, and that would be the only thing I would watch until I fucking fell asleep. You know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think so many years of that, even though I love it, I can't just watch it every time it comes on anymore.
Well, I hate shit like March of the Wooden Soldiers and shit like that, yeah.
March of the Wooden Soldiers was alright. That shit was alright.
Nah, when I was a kid, man, I used to be dumb tight. Like, that shit used to come on Channel 11. They would say, the feature presentation of March of the Wooden Soldiers. I used to be dumb tight, yo.
Why?
Because I knew the fucking Yule log was after that shit.
Oh, so you was mad at it about the other shit afterwards, not necessarily itself.
Nah, but then they used to play that shit like 24 hours too.
I wasn't mad at it. I liked it. I liked the because I was also into the animation and shit like that, and that shit kind of had like some type of animation, a lot of costumes and shit, and there was like some
Wait, which March of the Wooden Soldiers you talking about? Abbott and Costello?
Nah, like Laurel and Hardy. That's that thing that was Laurel and Hardy. With like the march with the wooden shoulders, and at the end, the wooden shoulders was marching and niggas was fighting and shit like that.
Yeah, okay. I mixed the names up. We talking about the same thing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Yeah.
I remember watching Christmas movies on BET.
BET?
Yeah.
What mother flipping Christmas movies was you watching?
Baby's Kid was a Christmas movie.
Nah, Baby's Kid was like a summer movie.
Was it?
Yeah, they was going to a theme park.
What movie am I thinking of? It was an animation.
Yeah. They was going to a theme park.
Wait, there was a movie I'm thinking of. It was an animation, and it took place during Christmas time. And they would have played it on BET. Like, that's what I remember watching growing up. Like, when BET would play all the movies, like, all day long, until the important shows like 106 and Park and The Game and all that shit would come on. Like, during Christmas time on the weekends, they would play like Christmas movies. I remember watching those, and sometimes we would watch things on like Lifetime and all these other channels that showed things like Home Alone and all these movies. But I more so remember, like, you know, the movies that come on like BET and stuff.
I'm not
sure. Oh, like this Christmas?
Yeah, like all those.
This Christmas came on BET? I wasn't sure if BET could afford this Christmas or not.
Not saying that they produced it, but they just
they play that.
Not saying that they like put, they were responsible for the movie.
Oh yeah. I'm talking about that afford to license it. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, they play hella movies. That's when we watch which one is it?
Yo.
What's that?
Those were Christmas movies.
Yeah, all right. Now go ahead. I'm sorry.
No,
I wanted to talk about one of my favorite Christmas movies. And people don't even understand that shit is a Christmas movie.
Mm-hmm.
Now, before we get into it, let's look more in the chat. We got The Night Before. Home Alone. Home Alone 2. I do love Home Alone 2. Wayne says it doesn't hit no more. I think that shit still hits. Home Alone 2. Let's see.
Yeah,
I think both of them, Home Alone and Home Alone 2.
I don't know about 2.
I'm about to fuck everybody up with a Christmas movie that nobody even mentioned.
What?
Stop looking at me, you little pervert! You.
What? And the whole thing is, everybody has seen this movie. A lot of people have seen this movie, and like, damn, when I say that it's a Christmas movie, I'm about to fuck y'all up.
What movie?
The Friday After Next.
That's the one I was talking about.
Oh yeah, that's a Christmas movie.
It's definitely
a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
The Last Friday is a Christmas movie.
Yeah, they chasing a nigga in a Santa Claus suit robbing houses. That's a hood Christmas movie out the ass.
That's what I was
Yeah,
saying.
yeah,
Like
but a lot
those
of
are the
people, but
movies
when
that
you
I
saw
remember
Christmas
watching.
movies, a lot of people don't even put that in their category. You know that?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't even put that movie in their Christmas category.
It's not the traditional Christmas
That's
movie.
why I was saying, like, I don't really feel like I watch Christmas movies because we watch those type of movies on those were the movies that was playing on BET, you know, around in December, around Christmas time and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I would probably see like these movies that y'all are talking about, Elf and all these other movies, right? We'll probably see them like when I'm somewhere else or, you know, when we finally turn the channel. But I don't know, the TV was stuck on BET, I guess.
Gremlins.
I guess.
Yeah, Gremlins was a Christmas movie.
Gremlins is a Christmas movie.
So, but what's your top 5 Christmas movies, Beez?
My top 5. I definitely go with the Friday After Next. They're all not in order.
Can you pull your camera up a little bit? Got me over here trying
like that.
Yeah.
Like that.
That's much better. Yeah.
All right. I would have to say Friday After Next, Christmas Story, Bad Santa. Yo, fam, when your man Billy Bob Thornton is tearing their ass up, it's like, fuck me, Santa, fuck me, Santa, fuck me, Santa.
Oh
that shit just gets me, yo. Stop. That shit just gets me.
What else?
Office Christmas Party.
Okay.
I think I've seen that one.
And Jingle All the Way.
Okay. All right. Respectable. I think mine is quite a bit different, though. I think the only similarities we might have might be Jingle All the Way. You know, Jingle All the Way is in my top 5. This is no particular order. Just thinking of them how I think of them. Jingle All the Way. Home Alone. Die Hard.
Ooh.
You know?
With my man Carl Winslow?
Yeah. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. You know, with Clark Griswold was like, yo, I ain't get my bonus. I'm kidnapping this nigga and telling him about himself. You know?
Nah, he didn't even kidnap him, though. His brother kidnapped him.
Yeah, his brother kidnapped him. He spoke about it. His brother made it happen. His brother-in-law made it happen. You know?
Yes.
All right, so what did I say? I said Jingle All the Way, Home Alone, Die Hard, Christmas Vacation, and A Christmas Story. That would have to be my top 5 Christmas movies for me.
So we got two together. A Christmas Story is in mine.
Okay.
Now, you know what messed me up, though? And I don't know how many people know.
What's that?
You know that there's A Christmas Story 2?
Yeah, it happens in the summertime, and they playing with tops. They playing with spinning tops. That's not the one you're talking about?
I don't know. I never seen it. I was just amazed.
Yeah, I saw it one day on Cinemax. You know?
Okay.
And it wasn't called A Christmas Story 2, but it was like the same family. It kind of seemed like, you know?
No. Listen, fam, they got a movie. It's called A Christmas Story 2. That's
like in like the fucking 2000s or some shit. I'm talking about there's actually one that's like a sequel to A Christmas Story, but it takes place in the summertime. And kids are battling spinning tops, and it takes place in like that time frame because they got the spinning tops that you like got a string and pull that shit, and the shit's trying to knock each other out the fucking box.
You got the old school shit.
Yeah, it takes place in like that time, but in the summertime, it doesn't have the same kids, but they playing the same characters. You know, and I just saw this shit like one day. I was young actually. I was like, oh shit. I had to figure out that it was A Christmas Story 2. And then later, as I got older, I looked it up, and it was like, yeah, that's actually a sequel to that fucking film. It was like, oh shit, this is wild.
You know what?
What's that?
Completely unrelated. There was a conversation I was having today where we were talking about nursery rhymes
Mm-hmm.
and Disney, like princess movies,
Mhm.
and the real stories behind them. And the shit was crazy. I actually learned some shit I did not know. Like
Some
just
real racial shit, didn't you?
some
You learned
racist
some racial
shit,
shit,
and
didn't
then
you?
also like, so for example, we were talking about like Pocahontas
Mm-hmm.
at first, and how Pocahontas was actually really young. She was like 12, 13, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy, what's his name? John?
Mm-hmm.
What's his name? John? He was actually like, you
That
know,
Prince
it
nigga.
was a story like that, but in the movie they painted her to be like grown or whatever. But
Mhm.
then again, if you also think about that time, like white people was coming and raping the natives and shit like that too, you know? So
Mhm.
it was like, that was crazy. A crazy transition, y'all. My bad. Y'all said something that made me,
No,
that
that's all
reminded
good.
me of that. Like, maybe we should talk about that one day. Like, nursery rhymes, like Ring Around the Rosie and stuff, where they really come from. Sorry.
That would be a good topic.
I don't know
That
what
would
y'all, I
be a
don't
good
even remember
topic.
what y'all said that reminded me of that, but it did. Sorry. That was the conversation I had today.
I thought you was gonna give us your favorite Christmas movies.
My bad. My B. I don't have any. I told y'all I be watching
She about
this.
to. She was like, "Yo, the Warriors. The Warriors was my favorite Christmas movie."
My B.
All right, let's move it on. Let's move it on there. I only got a couple more topics and shit.
I'm sorry, I wasn't with y'all for this whole what you call it.
Have
That's all
either
right.
of y'all seen this show Harlem on Amazon Prime?
No, I'm here. I've heard about it. I haven't seen it. I haven't checked out an episode yet, but I've heard about it.
That's the one with Megan Good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's a scene on that show that's been kind of getting a little bit of backlash and shit. Where one of the characters, a woman character who's gay on the show, was in a barbershop getting her hair cut, you know? And one of the barbers in the barbershop was talking about some chick he was fucking and how he was hitting it and this and that and shit like that, right? And she was like, "Yo, chill the fuck out, calm down. There's a woman here." And he was like, "Yo, this is a barbershop, yo. Well, this is a safe spot." She was like, "Yo, you're using that fucking wrong, right?" But I should try to see if I can pull it up, huh? That's gonna be a little difficult finding that exact scene.
I would have thought that you were gonna say the part where they were talking and you know how she like messed with the white girl,
Mm-hmm.
and she was saying like, you made an app for Black people to meet. Do you feel like, I forget what she asked her, but she was like, no, I don't date outside of my race. But she was like, but clearly you have sex with people like outside of your race. What's the difference? I feel like it was gonna be that part because that kind of fucked me up. And then she said something else where she was like, well, if I were to say I don't date Black people, I just have sex with them, I would be crucified. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, because that happens very often. That happens very often.
What's that? The act or the sentence?
Oh yeah.
Both.
What's that? Both? You
Both.
think
people will hunt? I've seen.
No. Are they going to say this publicly in a public setting amongst multiple races or
Well,
things like that?
it wasn't said publicly, but what I'm saying is just the thought. Like for me, that's crazy. I've seen multiple men, women, whatever. I would never marry a white person. I would never do this.
Mhm.
For example, I would never marry a white person. I would never do this. They'll have sex with them.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But but the actual, and then sometimes people do say, I'll never date this person, but they'll still have sex with them. You know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, that's crazy. I don't know why that surprised me, but like, that's a real thing.
Yeah.
That's
real.
what I was thinking that you were going to say, like, oh, people had a lot to say about. Because that was crazy to me. I was like, oh, damn,
No,
right.
that's not the part that actually people had a lot to say about.
I know.
It was the barbershop scene where the dude was pretty much like, yo, fuck that. I'm gonna speak however the fuck I want and continue saying what I'm saying, you know? And from my experience in the barbershops, even though barbershops have probably been one of the realest spots and most disrespectful shit said in my life, it has also been one of the most respectful places I've been in my life when particular people come around, when certain people come around. You know, when it's just the niggas, anything goes, anything can be said. You know? Let a woman come in there. All that shit go out the window.
Our neighborhood barbershop. I can say
You
that.
know?
You can say that for our neighborhood
I can say that for
You
any
can't say that.
barbershop I've been in, you know?
Okay.
Any barbershop I've ever been in, once a particular type of person comes in of a particular stature, the respect switch goes on. Boom. You know?
Gotcha.
And I think a lot of people saw that and kind of felt that way. They was like, yo, I know how foul shit gets, but the shit always gets straight really quick and respect is shown. And I kind of feel like that scene might have been a little bit out of line. You know, like a little bit on the, that's a little bit bullshit type of side. You know?
Uh-huh.
Like the exact way that you kind of say the barbershop in our hood kind of was. That's how pretty much every barbershop I've gone to is, you know? We could be talking about whatever. Let a woman come in here with her kid or some shit like that. Shit change. Let a woman come in here, period. Shit change. You know?
Well, you know what's so crazy? It's crazy that you say that because the reason why I said like our hood barbershop because like I've been to other barbershops. I used to go to a barbershop where it was a lady barbing, so that's why that shit wasn't even tolerated. Those type of conversations wasn't had.
So they didn't even have those conversations because there was a woman barber.
A woman in there, yeah. So I get what you're saying.
Right.
I
so
can
now,
understand that.
Now, if they do have those conversations, then a woman all of a sudden comes in, even if she's gay, people are gonna give her the respect of being a woman, period. Until she starts the conversation like, yo, I had my strap last night and I was fucking this bitch. And then they can be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? She's gonna have to initiate it. You know what I mean?
I agree. I've been in a barbershop before and I know.
You having problems over there?
Look, I'm like, shit. Smoke went up my nose. But I've been in a barbershop before and I know what kind of talk be going on between the men in the damn barbershop, right?
And
I walk in and they're just having normal conversation. And I hear them, like, it's funny to me to see them, like, trying not, like, you know how they got, like, an inside joke?
Mm-hmm.
They have, like, inside jokes, and they're trying not to, like, let on to me that this be the type of shit that they be talking about, or that so-and-so had this going
because
on.
y'all
You know
not supposed to be in the haven getting this type of information.
So for me, it's just funny as hell because it is true. Yeah. Like when a woman come in, y'all don't do that bullshit.
You're gonna be totally respectful. But I tell you what, the moment you walk out, nigga be like, yo, you see her ass?
I know for a fact.
What? Yo, that's how the shit gonna be.
Know it for a fact. So I agree, that wasn't realistic in the show. Because they definitely wouldn't have been talking.
Yeah, yo, shorty can get it. Yeah.
You know? That's how this should be. So I thought that was kind of bullshit on that show. But I also didn't think the show, I'm not sure how many people watched it or not. Tati's not from New York, so I don't think she really understands what Harlem is like. But that show does not really give me the feel of Harlem.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard it doesn't really have that.
Yeah.
It's not, yo, listen, what you call it gave you more feeling of Harlem than that shit. What's that shit? Black Ink.
Nigga, the Shy.
I love Black Ink.
I tell you what, the Shy gave me more feeling of Harlem than that show Harlem.
You know what? Is it
Oh.
because like it's supposed to be like a new age Harlem? Like
What?
I
gentrified?
I think the reason why it doesn't give me the feel of Harlem is because I don't feel like any of the characters in the show were raised in Harlem, even on the show. And I think some of them are trying to portray on the show that they was raised in Harlem.
You don't think whoever wrote it?
They might be raised in Harlem, but I'm talking about the actors.
You think they're just not doing Harlem shit, but they
right. I just think their characters aren't Harlem. You know, like Megan Good, she's playing a Harlem character, but even as that Harlem character, I can still see her California.
But you know what, Megan Good, you're right. I'm not from Harlem. I don't know what they do, right?
Mm-hmm.
But even Megan Good, she's playing a role that I don't believe. I wouldn't even think about where she was, living. It's like even the things that she's saying is like, I don't believe that shit. She wouldn't actually say that,
Right. So like a woman from Harlem could be the most like ladylike person, right? But you can still see there's just a little hint of like, yo,
a ratchet.
She might all of a sudden be like, yo, son. She might come at you like, yo, son, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know, like she don't have to say it. Nothing doesn't have to slip out, but you can just kind of see like, yo, the way you're wearing your jeans look like you used to fight niggas back in the days type of shit, you know? And it just seems like even if they didn't fight niggas, they've been around bitches that fought niggas and they know how to act. It's just something about the demeanor. And I just didn't get that from any of the characters on the show. So it was the aesthetic, it was some of the way things looked. It just didn't seem very Harlem to me. It kind of seemed like there was a couple of scenes where they was outside on the street in Harlem, but the rest was kind of like in a studio somewhere. So they did try to go to Red Lobster in Harlem, and I did go to that Red Lobster before. And I saw the stairs in the back.
I was surprised
first
that
and foremost, the way, from what I'm hearing about the show, I haven't seen it, but from what I'm hearing about on the show, I heard the chicks ain't they ain't flamboyant enough. Like people ain't flamboyant enough on the show.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because like Brooklyn, I'll break it down to those that's not from New York. Brooklyn is like that flashy fly, but I'm still gritty type of vibe. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Queens is like, we just chilling, trying to get a little bit of money. We really don't want to get in the way of anybody, but if there's problems, we're more than happy to deal with that. That's like Queens.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got like Harlem. Now Harlem is like this flamboyant. There's everything in life is big. Everything that I do is big in life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? From the sweaters to the clothes to the what you call it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not doing it big, you don't need to be in Harlem. That's that's like a Harlem take.
Right. I kind of get more of a Manhattan feel with the show Harlem.
Okay. Okay.
If you get my drift, with the fashion, I kind of get more of a Manhattan than Harlem.
Do you think that it's because they're all successful women? Because that's what the show is like, kind of like, showing successful people. They all like the one girl that you were talking about in the barbershop.
Mm-hmm.
She's interviewing for a Forbes under 30. You know what I'm saying?
She's actually the closest thing to Harlem in that show for me.
Just because. Why?
Because of her style.
You feel like that? Do you feel like it's more of a polished style because they're all successful, or do you think it's really because of the way it was written or their acting?
No, I just think they just didn't have people from Harlem actually giving direction on the look of the show. I think it's people trying to think how Harlem should look.
and nobody that actually knows that Harlem vibe, except maybe the writer. You know, so I think people that's creating the costumes, I'm not. I might be mistaken, but I don't think that they know Harlem. I think they're trying to figure it out. They're looking at pictures. You know.
Yeah, they don't know about M&G Soul Food, shit like that.
Right.
What's that funeral parlor? Like you know what I'm saying? It's certain shit with Harlem, like you just gotta
like,
show, like it's.
I'm thinking about Power Book. Like the girls in Tariq's class. You know, the black girls, even though they're like classy, they still have that like kind of grit to them. You know, even like Tariq's current girlfriend, like even though her style is like polished, she had like a super good upbringing. Her style seems more Harlem than the girls on Harlem. You know, but I think that just might be the stylist on Power, which kind of makes it a little different. But nah, I thought this show had a different take on barbershops, and I thought they kind of took it to the extreme level on the side that's least like the barbershops I think the majority of us have experienced.
All right.
You know, I'm looking over here in the chat, and I think a lot of people in the chat agree with us as well. With barbershops and shit like that. But let's move on because it's getting late already and shit like that. What else we got? Oh, you know what? I saw a video today, and I think we've all might have seen some videos of this shit where people are singing song, or they have this song playing while they're doing something that they create. Some shit like, "We don't owe you affordability." You know the song I'm talking about, right? "We don't owe you affordability. You don't ask Louis Vuitton for discounts, so don't ask us," type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Or you don't expect Louis Vuitton to be cheap, so why should we be cheap? We don't owe you any type of affordability and shit like that. Which I kind of get what they trying to say, but I kind of feel like that's just kind of missing the mark, because I just think people shouldn't really compare themselves with companies like Louis Vuitton and shit like that, you know? When I understand people are doing hard work, people are doing shit like that.
But your status ain't even there yet.
Right, you know, you haven't been around for 150 plus years and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't have this huge, gigantic overhead, but now you want me to pay you the same thing as these brands that have this giant super shit and this super huge overhead where they can legitimately say, okay, this is why our shit costs this much, not just because we sat here for 4, 5, 6 hours, 20 hours, however many hours, and designed something and created something, you know?
Yeah, with what you're saying, I feel like you have some people that's out here that's like actually making. I feel like this: if you're a person that makes clothing, right? Like you got Ralph Lauren and all that, but he manufactures a bunch of the same stuff just in different colors. You can basically say that, right? You agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you're a person that's like making exclusive shit, it's like different, like when it's one of a kind or it's 10 of a kind, I'll even go with that, 10 of a kind. I made 10 of these. I'm not making no more. There's nothing else going to be made. And then you're charging those outrageous prices. I understand. I do. Because that's something that you probably just truly put your hard-earned work into, and you made each individual piece. You didn't go to a manufacturer and get it pressed up or whatever. Like, yo, like, you know how some people go, okay, I need 20 of these shits. I need 30 of these. And then a nigga presses it, busts it up for them. There's no work in that. You went and paid somebody else to work. Provided. Now, if you're in there sewing this yourself and shit like that, all right, I understand why you go for some prices. Certain shit you go for. But if you're just like making a bunch of sweatshirts, a bunch of hats and stuff like that. Guess what? There's a bunch of people already out there that's making a bunch of hats and all that, but they've been doing that shit for 20, 30 years. I feel you.
Mm-hmm. And
They've
now,
been doing that shit 20, 30 years. So now, like, new era.
are you making it better?
I understand why. Huh?
I'm wondering, are you making it better to be you should charge more?
Yo, not if you're going to a manufacturer and you're having that shit pressed up. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's a difference if you actually in your fucking crib and you making shit. As to, yo, let me contract this to fucking Joe Schmo's print shop. No, nigga, I shouldn't pay you. I shouldn't give you $70, $100 for no fucking t-shirt. And you fucking went and had 30 of these shits made for fucking $300. No, I shouldn't. No.
But that's what a lot of the companies. That's what most of these companies with these printed shirts. They're all the same process.
Yeah.
Now some people own their shit, some people don't.
And I get it.
You know.
Yeah. No, but I get it. Like, okay.
Now some of them do use different materials in their clothing, though.
Yeah. Like okay, like Ralph. Let's say like Ralph Lauren. Like if you go to the outlet, you can get certain shit done to you. Shit. It's personal shit. That's what it is. I feel like if you make personal shit, and then you should make a nigga spend that bread. But
yes,
if you making shit that we all got.
Mm-hmm. And I was just about to say, I think your price really needs to be supply and demand. You know, because I can go design something right now, slap a price tag on that shit for $10,000. If ain't nobody demanding that shit, my supply has never been fucking deplete. Nobody's gonna buy the shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I think some people are trying to get rich and have expensive products without having the craftsmanship behind it. You know, not having the work behind it, not having the dependability behind it.
Yeah.
You know?
I agree. I feel like if I can find some shit multiple places,
mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna pay your expensive ass price. I'm gonna go get it where it's cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
In some cases, I feel like that in like Fashion Nova's case. Like I can find your shit at any boutique, in the
mm-hmm.
mall, any
mm-hmm.
other online store. Why would I pay the most expensive for it? I feel like smaller business owners go off of that whole your price is your price. They're gonna pay it if they really want it. You know?
Right.
And that is true.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not true for everything. And when it is true, it has to be worth it. Mm-hmm. I can't find it many other places. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I have to actually support it.
Right.
Now for regular ass shit.
And that's kind of, I'm glad you said that, for regular ass shit, because the thing that made me the video that the person was doing this for was like we don't owe you affordability shit. We're making some special type of product and shit like that. They were making soap.
You talking about on Instagram?
Yeah. You know?
Oh, it was like a Reels video.
Yeah.
And it said something like, you know, your price is your price.
Yeah.
You know why I spend it's so expensive, because I did X, Y, and Z.
Right. You wouldn't say this to Louis Vuitton and this and that. We don't owe you affordability, you know, and we're making some special product. And then they show a video of what they're making. I'm like, you're making soap, you know?
I feel like that goes back to the whole.
And you're showing me the process, and it's taking you 5 minutes to show me this process of you squeezing out a tube.
I feel like that goes back to the whole
I'm talking shit right now.
Wanting support. Like, you know, smaller businesses want support because they're not a big company doing it. Mm-hmm. So they are taking all of their time.
Right.
Which in return, I can understand bigger companies like, you just took damn near 10 times the time to make one thing that I can make. You know what I'm saying? I could push out like it ain't nothing. And you want somebody to pay more for it just because you handmade it. and wasted your time. Working harder, not smarter. I can understand that.
Yeah.
I can understand that too. I don't know. I feel like small businesses are more like, we're local. You know where this money is going. You know it's going to me. It's not going to some company, you know. So support me.
Right. I think these videos, and a lot of people using these videos, not as a, hey, support me, but more of a, hey, you should be guilty for not wanting to pay us what we think you should pay us, even though it might not be worth what we want you to pay us. So don't ask questions and just pay us.
I can see that.
You know what I'm saying?
I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
Believe why my price is my price and pay it. That's kind of how I feel like these videos are. Like if the Girl Scouts decided to start selling me cookies for $25 a box. And I'd be like, why? And they would say, because yesterday's price ain't today's price, nigga. That's why. And that's the only reason. I'd be pissed, yo. Yeah. And that's how I kind of feel with this video. But that was a silly topic I just thought about, you know what I'm saying? So let's move it on. We're going to get up out of here in a little bit. But before we get up out of here, we're not going to do another show for the rest of this year. So I thought we should just kind of wrap this show up with New Year's resolutions. Does anybody ever do resolutions on the New Year's and say, okay, I'm going to go into the new year doing this and doing that. I'm going to try this and do that. These are my goals. You know, this New Year's resolutions are pretty much just goals that we kind of set for ourselves. Anybody got any resolution goals that they plan on doing for the new year? Anybody in the chat?
Any
of y'all?
Only resolutions that I ever say I stuck to was it was one year I was like, yo, stop with the cigarette shit. I don't know when, but 5 times this year it's over. I'm gonna stop with the cigarette shit.
Okay. That's it.
And now I'm like, I said, yeah, that's the only one I like truly held true to.
You gonna try anything new this year? Any resolution you thinking about doing? Any goals you have set for yourself that you want to try to accomplish?
Yeah, I do. I do have some goals.
Well, you should put that on your resolution list. This is what I need.
I'm gonna open up my own.
This is what I got to do to obtain
I'm
these
open up my own
goals.
spot.
You know. So I'm not sure if you thought about that this year.
Yeah, that's how I look at it.
You know, I'm not sure if you thought about that this year at some point. But whatever you think might stop you, your resolution should be whatever it is going to make you overcome that, you know? So that should be on your goals list and shit, the steps. It shouldn't be the finish line. It should be all the steps between the start and the finish line. That's on the goal list, not just that end goal. How about you, Tati? Any resolutions, any goals?
I'm actually hosting a goal party, like a vision board party, where we're gonna put together like goals and stuff like that. I think one of mine is I don't know. I think one of my goals is to be consistent and to kind of like, I don't know, I want to get back in tune, like ground myself more, I think.
Okay.
Other than that, the rest of them are just like business goals, like things that I'm trying to hit. But yeah.
All right. For me personally, I said, you know what? 2022, I'm going to take more pictures and post more videos, you know? That's going to be one of my goals, you know? I'm going to get my social media jumping a little more. I'm going to do a little bit more on my social media, you know, talk more shit, post more pictures. What else is going to be one of my goals? I was going to try more places while also trying to save more money at the same time. When I say try more places to eat and shit, you know? But not necessarily try different foods, you know? Not necessarily. I don't know how that's going to work. One of my goals is to
spice up this show a little bit more. You know, get this shit popping and cracking, lacking a little more. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still figuring out the steps in that goal process there, but that's one of them. You know. Wayne says, make this year greater and try to be plant-based. Says he's doing plant-based now. Would you be having like bean burgers? You having like bean burgers, Wayne? What's another substitute for what's some of a plant-based?
Mushrooms, all that shit.
Be so you probably remember that story we had. I think did we have that story this year or last year? Where it was the grilled watermelon, where they kind of made it look like a ham. They had like the ham watermelon.
Yeah.
You remember that? You gonna do a ham? You gonna do a watermelon ham? But if you do a watermelon ham, Wayne, you gotta do a video. You gotta send us a video of you doing the watermelon ham. You know.
Word.
He says he does black bean burgers. Have either of y'all had a black bean burger?
They actually all right. It's just all right.
Does that taste like burgers?
I love black bean burgers.
I've never had a black bean burger.
It doesn't.
I'm not sure what a black bean is.
It doesn't taste like burgers, but
is it the kind of black bean?
It's good.
Is it the kind of black bean for like black beans and rice? When I have like black beans and rice, it's those kind of black beans.
You talking about Negro beans?
Yes, it's those kind of beans in a yeah.
Yeah.
So is that kind of bean in a patty shape?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that sounds like I'm taking a bite in the clay.
Nah, but there's like other shit in it.
That's the texture I get from beans, yo. It's like clay. Especially if you eat too many at one time, like you can hear your like the food separating in your head. I don't know. But no, I think that's about it. I only got some couple of few resolutions. You know, Wayne's gonna be plant-based. I'm not sure if I'm gonna try plant-based. I should probably try to eat less steak. That might be one of my less
red meat.
Less red meat. I was looking for the best way to say that. Thank you, Beez. Less red meat. You know, I think I might try to do less red meat. But steak be so delicious when it's cooked properly. You know, Impossible Burger. What's Impossible Burger? What is that? What's impossible?
Plant-based.
You know what's the ingredients of an Impossible plant-based burger? Did the ingredients say plant-based? Or does it say like soy leaves and
I feel like Impossible Burger is
palm tree roots?
I feel like they say it's plant-based or vegan, but I truly do not feel like anything plant-based should contain soy. That's how I feel.
Why? What's soy?
Soy is terrible for your body. And we consume soy almost in everything that we eat. But you can't give me a burger, say it's for the vegans and the plant-based, and it contains soy. Well, I feel like that just because, like, when I was plant-based, I followed a Dr. Sebi diet, an alkaline diet. So I feel like soy is terrible for your body. I would never group that, with plant-based things. Like there's people that eat like plant-based store-bought things, and there's people that actually like substitute all of the bullshit for plant-based things. Only eating fruits and veggies and nuts and all that other type of shit.
Okay, so
that's my personal opinion. I know, like,
one result over here says soy is bad for you because it turns out it contains estrogen-like compounds called isoflavones, and some findings suggest that these compounds could promote the growth of some cancer cells, impair female fertility, and mess with thyroid function.
Yeah. Soy is terrible for you. But I feel like just with everything that I learned, I don't feel like it should be grouped in. I feel like healthy is healthy. If you're going to be plant-based, why would you put soy? Why would you include soy?
Because it sounds natural.
No, it don't sound natural. It's just it's a big thing that they use. They use to substitute things for it. I just don't even understand why it would be. I don't know. That's just me.
It is plant-based. I guess it's just not a good plant for you.
No, soy is not a plant.
Soybeans? Doesn't come from soybeans?
No, soy is not a plant. And not in the way that we were just talking about, but I feel like, I don't know. I feel like it's just in everything is so bad for you.
Yeah.
It's terrible for you. Like, so
Yes,
if you're
definitely.
gonna tell me that you're plant-based, I feel like plant-based is truly like how you see people take like oyster mushrooms and substitute them for chicken. How you was just talking about the grilled watermelon. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's plant-based, not some shit that people
Well, it's not
mixed
man.
up in the factory and told you was plant-based because it contains no meat.
It's not man-made.
I feel natural plant-based is more effective than just like I'm gonna go and buy this vegan cheese from the grocery store. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's because it comes from the soybean plant, but it's the oil. It's not the actual bean. It's the oils from the plant, which kind of creates the soy. It's rich in protein and fiber and that other shit, the isoflavorins and shit like that. So they can technically say it's plant-based because it does come from a plant. It's just not the very best one you should be using in your body and shit. So it's just like if shrapnel hits you from a gunshot, you can say you were shot, you know, even if the bullet didn't directly hit you, you know. They can technically say, yeah, it's plant-based. It's just not the best one. So that's why, I guess that's why they do it and why some people ignore that shit, because they say it's from a plant. And some of them saying, well, no, them people probably smoking mad weed, but I was gonna say they might say something against weed, but they probably smoking mad weed, you know. I think that's everything. We got anything else we want to talk about? Anything else? Anything else? Anybody? Bueller?
I can think of my fucking nose.
Should have wore a scarf instead of a bow tie. All right, but shit, man. Let's get ready to get up out of here. This is the last show of the year. We will be back in January. We're gonna take a little break. You know, I'm actually go out of town next week and see my daughter graduate from boot camp. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, and then we got Christmas and then New Year's, and then we'll probably be back the middle of January, maybe early middle, something like that in January, you know. But yeah, that's a wrap for 2021. It was a fun year. We on episode 134, so we'll come back with episode 135, and only 2 years managed to get to 134 motherfucking episodes of this show. Every Tuesday, every Friday, we've just been back to back to back to back to back. And I'll tell you what, doing this show once a week, there'd be a lot of shit I'd be wanting to cover. And I'd be like, you know what? We can't cover this all in one episode, you know? So that's why I'm kind of glad I do twice a week, because there'd be too much shit going on in a week to just try to figure out what I want to talk about on one fucking particular day. So I'm glad we do twice a week and shit. And we'll be back to twice a week in January and shit like that. Yeah, it was a dope year. You know, I'm looking forward to next year. Should be fun. I hope everybody makes it to the following year in one piece safely. You know, I hope everybody has a safe holiday. You know, I hope you spend time with your family, spend time with loved ones. You know, cherish the time you have with those that you do love and that you do like being in your life, because you never know when that last day is your last or will be their last. So cherish it all, you know. I think that's all I have to say. May you be blessed. We will see you next year. Let's see. May your weekend be great. Do your best to stay sucker free and keep a smile on your face. Happy holidays, happy New Year, happy Kwanzaa, happy Festivus, and all that shit,
That's
baby.
something like a podcast, something like a newscast, and sometimes like a showcase. Khari's crib. Khari's crib. Khari's crib. Khari's crib. Khari's crib. Khari's crib.
So a football season ain't over neither. This is very close. Very close. Khari's crib football league.
Yeah.
It's about, let me see. 1, 2,
Yo.
3, 4, 5. About 5 teams, 7 and 7. Shit, this is a tough one.
Thanks for watching the dopest live stream. That's something like a podcast, something like a newscast, and sometimes like a
What's that?
showcase. Khari's crib.
I need to get myself situated, coming in the crib.
Got you.
Khari's crib. Khari's crib.
I'm gonna hit you in the morning though, definitely.
All right, bro, I'ma holler at you.
All right, well.
All right.